in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1 minute time check, stations.
Salukis. We are Southern Illinois.
Near corner three from the SIU bench. Yes, sir. That's his own board to him. Between three black jerseys, goes up and lays it in. Confetti pops into the dog pound.
This is Saluki basketball on the Saluki Sports Network from Learfield.
Horn sounds. Ball game is over.
This is the IBEW NECA pregame show, brought to you by IBEW NECA, your power professionals. Also brought to you by Banterra Bank. Apply for your Banterra Saluki Visa debit card today. Stop by Banterra to learn more. Member FDIC.
Southern makes it 24 in a row in Banterra Center in non-conference action, and you can feel the magic in Banterra again.
Now let's go courtside.
There are always moments in our lives where we all look back and go, you remember how silly it was to have those feelings at that point in time? We all hope that is what we will do about a month from now with this Saluki basketball team, where we all point to the time where everyone was panicking about where the Salukis were because of where they ultimately ended up. That isn't to make light of this current skid of 3 straight losses in 7 of the last 9 games for SIU. If the tide is going to turn for Southern Illinois, there's no question. It's going to have to start tonight in this Arctic blast cold in Valparaiso, Indiana. And let's be clear, Saluki Nation, yes, SIU has won 4 straight in the Arc heading into this game tonight. But there's only been one team in Valley play that's knocked off the Beacons in this venue, and it's the current league leader in Murray State. Illinois State, UNI, and UIC have all had chances in this place this year, and Valpo made sure they came up on the short end. All that being said, a win tonight for Southern Illinois is one that is going to be hard-earned, and one that could start to fuel a Saluki run. It's the Valpo Beacons hosting your Southern Illinois Salukis here at the Arc in Valparaiso, Indiana, on the campus of Valpo University. It's time for Saluki basketball. This is the IBEW NECA pregame show as IBEW NECA hire a union electrical contractor. With the Hall of Famer Rodney Watson, Paxton Guy back in our network studios, I am Luke Martin. Coach Watson, yes, 3-game skid for the Salukis, and all of them in different ways. UIC was one that was just disappointing because you didn't really have a chance to win it down the stretch despite getting the game back within 5 after trailing by double digits. But man, the last 2, both at home, an opportunity to really flip that momentum. We were talking about turning the tide in our open. Man, SIU had a great chance at home. It didn't happen, and they had 2 leads under the 4-minute mark in the second half. As much as we're going to pinpoint it, we'll talk about it, we'll discuss it here in about an hour. That better be flushed, because if that is still on your mind, it's really going to be hard to overcome it.
Yeah, I was in film session this morning. I'm grateful for Coach Nagy allowing guys like me to slip in and kind of get a little heads up what's going on. I can tell you, they've let that one go. I have no doubt. You go to practice every day. You've never mentioned one thing about it. But you're right on. We're in the – Coach will allude to it. You hear him talk later. You are in the midwinter part of basketball, and there's just something about it. I talked to my good friend Brad Korn last Sunday. His team had lost 2 at home, just like Southern lost 2 at home. He was sick about it. He was worried about his team. I reminded him, Brad, it's not this easy, but don't freak out. It's the midwinter part of basketball. It just happens. And Coach will allude to it later. Be sure to pay attention to what Coach says. It's right on the money. It's real, Luke. It's kind of a weird thing. You're in the middle of that season. You're in the dog days. You're still in the hunt. I mean, a lot of crazy things can happen. But, man, it seems like the season started a long time ago, and there's no end in sight.
And this series, and we'll get into the Valpo Beacons, is our First Southern Bank First Impressions of the Valpo Beacons, brought to you by First Southern Bank. Local people, local decisions, community banking at its best. Salukis have won 4 in a row here at Valpo. They lead the series 12-8 all time. And this is what's amazing. Tonight will be the 17th game played since both these teams have been in the Missouri Valley Conference. 11 of the previous 16 have been 6 points or less. And the one most recently on New Year's Day, man, if Owen Deese makes a late shot in that game as that clock wind down, or let's flip it, if Damian Mayo's clutch 3 doesn't go in around the minute mark, we may be talking about another exhausting loss for SIU, a game they also led by double digits late, and the Beacons came back.
But I'll come back with on the other side of that part, and you're right. That the one that gets me is when we talked to our good friend Paul Oren about how Valpo has owned Illinois State 13-3 since and any misery Illinois State goes through, I'm all for listening to that. But this Valpo team, back when Homer Drew was coaching, man, you always took these guys serious regardless of what level. But on the flip side of the last game out, Southern missed 17 free throws at home. And look, we saw them go 17 of 20. It wasn't enough to get over the finish line. But when you miss 17 in any game, something bad's probably going to happen to you. Thank goodness it wasn't the finish-off point.
You're exactly right. As Southern really struggled at the free throw line that night. But, man, a team that has not been struggling, Valpo. They are 3-2 in their last 5. All 3 of their wins have come here inside the arc. Their lone losses, a competitive road game at Murray State, a really competitive road game at Belmont. Again, like many teams within this league, ever since league play started for this team, they have had a chance in all their games, and they have done what Coach Nagy will allude to on the pregame show as well, that he's frustrated by. SIU hasn't protected home court the way they want to. Valpo has, and right now on the year, they are 8-3 in this building, including their non-conference. They're 3-1 in league play, including winning their last 3. Their lone loss was the Murray State.
So Coach also will talk about physicality, and that's a big part of it. That's the disappointing part. One of the strengths of this old team. Southern's got an old team. You've got to play physical on every possession. You've got to make sure that you pound people legally, of course. You've got to make sure you really play physical. The other big factor in this game I'll talk about in the keys, the bench. On January 1st, I thought it was very clear to my eye, and it wasn't just that I'm a Saluki fan. It's the fact that Southern's bench was better than Valpo's bench. I thought the starters were pretty even, and Owen Deese was starting. But the bench, Southern was the better bench. Now, with the great equalizer, with a couple injuries that we'll talk about a little bit later on, all of a sudden, that's a big key because it sure looks like, number one, Valpo's physicality has become very front and center. The second part is their bench gets better as the weeks go along.
Yes, including, as Coach Watson was alluding to, Calron House and Isaiah Stafford will both miss the game tonight, will not be available for Southern's bench in the game. But continuing just with the remarkable play, you mentioned Sean Tupuola is going to be a huge key in this game. His numbers may not be extremely overwhelming, eye-popping in league play. He is nearing their leading rebounder in league play, just behind JT Pettigrew. But he is a guy that could really be a force in multiple ways. The transfer from St. Mary's of the Woods, who, by the way, had 4 blocks in the game against SIU on New Year's Day. If
you'll stay with us, or at least hang around for the keys of the game, I'm going to break down where Tupuola is so key to this team. And it's not the things that show up on the stat sheet. It's his ability to reverse the ball without any pressure that creates all the action. It's a big reason why Valpo gets to the free throw line.
And another guy that we did not mention much on New Year's Day, only played in 4 minutes. He hit a huge 3. It was only his second 3 made of the season against Northern Iowa. Sadir Servilis, I think tonight is going to be a guy that you also don't want to play a key role because, man, he can get involved in a lot of little things, a lot like Tupuola, where it may not necessarily show up on a stat sheet, but, man, he can impact the game, especially with his physicality.
I hope it doesn't come back to bite me on this statement, but that 1 for 2 from 3, the one he makes against Northern Iowa, we'll see. We'll see if he can make another one. But the fact of the matter is, as you've described him as a linebacker, you said a Missouri Valley linebacker. I think he's a Big Ten linebacker, man. That dude's a horse, and he's getting a lot of confidence the way he's playing. Regardless if he made a 3 or not, he's putting a lot of heat on people on the defensive end.
Rakim Chaney, he hasn't led them in scoring since Cleveland State back in the non-conference, but he had 17 points in that road game at Belmont. He was held to 3 points in 25 minutes at a start at SIU, but does appear that he is starting to trend in an upward trajectory.
And when a freshman takes the last shot at Belmont to win the game, especially when you got one of the leading scorers, I guess the leading scorer in the league on your sideline, you know, that guy's playing with confidence, I'll tell you that. And when, you know, Chaney took the last shot, a 3 against Belmont that could have been the game winner, and it didn't go their way, but Coach Powell's giving these guys a lot of confidence.
Of course, Owen Deese, he had 26 points in the game back in Carbondale. 11 of them came at the free throw line. How imperative will it be tonight for SIU to not just keep him off the free throw line, but really to keep the Beacons off the free throw line? I mean, it was a game, I'm going to butcher the number, but Southern started that game, what was it? Almost like 13 stops in a row. It was an amazing defensive start to the game.
15, because I remember I keep those. And yeah, Owen Deese has an uncanny ability. It's a veteran old man's move. As he drives, he can lift fake you off the dribble. He can raise up off the dribble, and he gets you off your feet. And he's so strong. He doesn't look nearly as strong as it. 200 pounds. He's very physical, very long and strong, 6'7". He can get you up out of your stance, get contact, and finish, but certainly get the free throw line. Southern's got to eliminate those free ones.
That's our First Southern Bank First Impressions of the Valpo Beacons. First Southern Bank proudly offers Kasasa checking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. We'll take a timeout here on the IBEW Nika pregame show. We got jam-packed one coming at you, which includes a conversation with Damian Mayo Jr. from Inside Saluki Athletics earlier in the week. Coach Watson will catch up with Tay Gibbs for the scout of the Valpo Beacons tonight. And we've got much more coming up at you. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Hi, Ameren expert Matt Minster here to share how easy saving energy around the house can be. Matching the right size pot to the right size burner can save you up to $36 a year. You can save up to $55 a year by turning off the TV when you leave the house. And switch to LED light bulbs to save up to $75 per year. Discover more tips and rebates at AmerenIllinoisSavings.com/ways to save. Some restrictions may apply.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Intertape Polymer Group and SIU Athletics are sticking together to make a positive impact in Southern Illinois. IPG provides a culture of developing its employees and routinely promotes internally, allowing you to envision a long and rewarding career in packaging and industrial products made right here in Carbondale. If you're looking for a great place to work that is committed to safety and the growth of its valued employees, families, and communities, then IPG is for you. Reach out to join the IPG team at itape.com or through social media outlets. #iTape with IPG.
Cheering on the Salukis? Make your stay a winning one at the newly renovated Holiday Inn Conference Center in Carbondale. Soon to be Holiday Inn Express. Just minutes from campus, you'll love the fresh new rooms, modern amenities, and welcoming atmosphere. The Holiday Inn Carbondale are proud partners of SIU Athletics and the preferred hotel for Saluki fans, families, and teams. Book your stay today at holidayinn.com/CarbondaleIL. Holiday Inn Carbondale. Stay smart, stay refreshed, stay relaxed.
Situated in the flowing hills and grand terrain of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, a memorable golf experience awaits. It's Dalhousie Golf Club. For over 20 years, Dalhousie has set the standard for golf in Missouri and beyond. Historically voted as the #1 golf experience in the state and serving as host to numerous golf championships, Dalhousie is a special place. A limited number of affordable local, national, and social memberships are presently available. Contact John Oliver at 573-979-2912 to learn how you can become a member of Dalhousie Golf Club. That's John Oliver, 573-979-2912.
Ever seen a Saluki climb a roof? Well, neither have we. But at SI Roofing and Siding, we work just as fast, just as sleek, and just as reliable. From roofing to gutters and premium steel board and batten siding, our team makes your home look sharp and stay strong. Based right here in Marion, we're BBB A+ rated and proud to serve Southern Illinois. Don't settle for rough results. Call SI Roofing and Siding today at 618-971-1457 or visit siroofing.net. SI Roofing and Siding, built to run with the big dogs.
Each and every Tuesday throughout the Saluki Athletic calendar year, you can watch Inside Saluki Athletics, presented by Northwind Roofing and Exteriors. And it's a show you can catch all the way through the Saluki Athletic calendar year. And right now, of course, in the middle of basketball season, Damian Mayo Jr. joined us on the show on Tuesday, and it was a terrific interview with Damian. You can watch its full-length interview. Just search SIU Salukis on YouTube. And I asked Damian about the most important event at this point in his life, which was deciding to get down on one knee and ask his then girlfriend, now fiance, India Green, to marry him in December, right around Christmas. India, now a current Saluki women's basketball player, as say in the interview, just two tremendous ambassadors for Saluki Athletics. So let's not waste any more time on the story. Here was Damian saying how big of a moment this was for him.
I met India my freshman year at Missouri State. Like from then, it's like, you have a feeling like
Yeah.
It was that type of feeling. So at Missouri State, we first started talking my sophomore year. We made it official on Valentine's Day. And then, this past December, we went back home from break. I went back to Springfield, where she's originally from, and so we had to come back on the 25th for practice.
Yeah.
So our Christmas was the 24th. So our Christmas Eve was the 23rd. So on Christmas Eve for us, we had this whole day planned. Her family knew. She was the only one who didn't, right? So we go out to the Branson outlets, the mall. We go out there, go shopping. We go have dinner. We go to a little winery, get some wine, So the plan was for her family and us to go back to the crib and watch Christmas movies. But before that, we had ornaments to put on the tree one by one. So of course she was the first. Well, her sister was the first one to, make everything cool. She was the second, and we gave her a ring pop. And she's so goofy, she did not know anything. She's talking about, I love a ring pop, not knowing it's a foreshadowing of what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I asked her, I was like, can I help you put it on there? So we go up there, we have the music playing, the ambience and all that. So she put it up there. I get down on one knee, and it feels like an eternity. She's like, I don't like it right there. Should I put it higher? And I'm like, yeah, hurry up, So she turns around. She finally sees it, and the first question she asks is, are you for real? No, I'm for real.
I just got down on one knee. Come on.
Once she realized that I asked the question, she said yes, and just tears flowed. Everybody was just happy, and it was a great moment for me. It was like I was so happy. I was relieved. It felt like 1,000 pounds was lifted off my shoulders. I was so nervous. It was a lot of variables, but she's my rock. Her being here probably helped me out. Not if it wasn't the most, is the top two. So she helps me out a lot. Keeps me grounded. Make sure mentally I'm always here. So she's a blessing for me. I can't give her enough praise.
We'll be back with more here on the IBEW Nika pregame show. When we return, our coach, the Hall of Famer Ronnie Watson, sits down with Saluki assistant Tay Gibbs for the inside scoop and the scout on the Valpo Beacons. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
The roar of the crowd.
buzzer beaters. There's nothing more thrilling than Saluki basketball. And just like the Salukis, Vogler Ford is putting prices in a full-court press. Take advantage of slam dunk savings on a new Bronco. Or make a fast break in a new Explorer for less than you'd expect. We're keeping high prices in foul trouble all season long. So when you want to get a new Ford, you've got to get to Vogler.
When you play sports, you know the importance of teamwork. I'm Michaela Coburn, and I play for SIU Saluki Women's Softball. I'm also a Banterra customer because they are a great team player for our communities, and they are making banking easy. With Banterra, I was able to open my account online, and with their mobile app, I can manage my money on my time. Plus, with the Saluki Visa debit card, I know my purchases support SIU scholarships and athletics. That was an easy win for me. Banterra Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
When you have a fully connected life and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the internet connection you need. Get 1 gig internet with no data caps, Eero Wi-Fi, equipment and security, plus a 2-year price lock. Visit extreme.com for details.
This holiday season, switch to Mediacom and unwrap a 5G phone on us. Get 2 unlimited mobile lines for the price of 1 and enjoy extra savings on a new internet package. Call 844-4FASTER for details.
SIU has rare dual recognition, one of only 21 universities out of nearly 4,000 nationwide honored by the Carnegie classification. We are a Research One university, driving innovation and discovery. We are also an opportunity university, opening doors and helping all students succeed. Less than 1% of universities hold both honors, and SIU is the only one serving a rural region. That makes Salukis unique, a community defined by excellence, access, and opportunity. Support the research that changes lives and the scholarships that expand access. Visit siuf.org/give.
Ulico Inc., a labor-owned insurance and investment company, is pleased to announce its support of the Egyptian Building and Construction Trades Council at Southern Illinois. Our personal insurance marketplace, Ulico Select, offers insurance products that protect and empower union workers and their families. Our values define us. Wherever union workers work, Ulico Select is on the job. It's for us, all of us. Check us out at ullicoselect.com.
Cheering on the Salukis? Make your stay a winning one at the newly renovated Holiday Inn Conference Center in Carbondale. Soon to be Holiday Inn Express. Just minutes from campus, you'll love the fresh new rooms, modern amenities, and welcoming atmosphere. The Holiday Inn Carbondale are proud partners of SIU Athletics and the preferred hotel for Saluki fans, families, and teams. Book your stay today at holidayinn.com/CarbondaleIL. Holiday Inn Carbondale. Stay smart, stay refreshed, stay relaxed.
Tate Gibbs joins us on the IBEW NECA pregame show. Coach, what's going on with Roger Powell's program that it seems like as the season goes along in conference play, they just seem to get better and better?
Yeah, those guys are playing pretty hard. I think they're playing with the same passion that he coaches with. They're playing great at home. They've won their last 3 conference game at home against good opponents. That they're coming together as a team. And for us, we just have to, be ready to match their intensity. Very physical team. We talked today as a staff. We really believe they may be the most physical team in the Valley.
Owen Deese started his first game at our place on January 1st, and they've been a different team since he's gotten that starting rotation. They're now, at the time they were 0-2 in the league, now they're 3-3, and they've been in some good games. On the ones they didn't come on the good end as well. In addition to his scoring, what else does Deese bring to this program?
You just have to take accountability for him. Wherever he is on the court, it's really hard to help off as much, compared to the other guys that they have, just because he's a true threat from all 3 levels. He can shoot it well from 3. He's shooting almost 50%, 50% overall from the field. He can get to the rim, driving left, driving right, but the pressure that he puts on defenses, you have to take accountability for all that he does, and it gives the other guys that he plays with, the opportunity to operate with space.
You guys have done an amazing job on Tyler Lungblade, who I think is as talented as anybody in the league. Can you apply those same principles to Deese?
We can. Like I mentioned before, he's shooting it great from the 3-point from the 3. But one thing that he does a little different than Lungblade is the ability to score off ball screens and to be able to operate in isolation situation. So right now he's playing so good for those guys from different dribble handoff situations and ball screens. But he's an unbelievable scorer.
You talk about their physicality, and I think that shows up on the defensive end. A stat that I'm still baffled with, mainly because I have so much respect for Ben Jacobson and his program over the years. But how in the world did they hold their bench scoreless in the last game against Northern Iowa?
Oh, scoreless. And if you watch that game, they did a great job of just being ultra physical, physical through ball screens, boxing out, and on the opposite end, on the offensive end, just trying to be an aggressive offensive rebounds. It was an unbelievable game, an unbelievable execution that they did on both ends of the court. And, to hold a team to 44 points, I mean, that is amazing. And they showed it on both ends, from the blowing up ball screens, boxing out, offensive rebounds, picking up full court when they needed to. It was a great display of success. Undoubtedly,
you and your staff have had a lot of conversation about how to get offense, especially late in the game when you get in these 3-minute games, 4-minute games. Mm-hmm. Are there mismatch opportunities where you feel like you've got certain guys that put them in the right spot, maybe get some action on a switch that can get you some offense that maybe have been hard to come by up to this point?
Oh, we do believe it with some of our guards. Say if they do switch, they switch 1 through 4 a lot. We believe we have the correct and the right guard play to be able to expose those mismatches. One thing that they do have an advantage of, not only with us but within the Valley, is their 5-man Polo. I think he's second in the league in block shots. So he does a great job of rim protecting when they do have mismatches. So one thing we have to do is expose those mismatches when we get them. And once we get to the rim and he's there, we have to play off 2 feet and make the right reads.
That's Tay Gibbs, and you're listening to Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Right now, the doors are closed, but springtime is just around the corner when Giant City Lodge reopens for the season Friday, February 6th. February 6th, you can once again bring family and friends and enjoy true homestyle cooking and hospitality at its best. Let your friends at Giant City Lodge serve your next meeting or special event in an atmosphere found nowhere else in Southern Illinois. Giant City Lodge, reopening Friday, February 6th. Longtime proud supporters of the Salukis. Go Dogs!
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Conveniently located in the heart of Southern Illinois lies Rend Lake Golf Resort, the region's only 27-hole public golf course. With 5 sets of tees, expansive greens, driving range, and on-site PGA instruction, Rend Lake Golf Resort is perfect for golfers of all skill levels. Looking for stay-and-play packages? Check out Rend Lake Golf Resort's on-site lodging, condos, and cabins. After your round, relax with friends and family and enjoy a meal on-site at Seasons Restaurant. To learn more, visit us at RendLakeGolfResort.com. Rend Lake Golf Resort, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Southern Illinois has a new place to party it up or wind down. Introducing Southpaw Bar and Grill in Murfreesboro. With 22,000 square feet and a full kitchen, they have everything you need to make the most of your lunch, dinner, or night out. Burgers, wings, and barbecue are their speciality. It's the all-new Southpaw Bar and Grill. Check them out on Facebook or find them at the corner of Route 127 and the Ava Blacktop. Now open Sunday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. to midnight and 10:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Southpaw Bar and Grill, the official Saluki watch party destination of Murfreesboro.
Paxton Guy back on the IBEW NECA pregame show. SIU at Valparaiso tonight. One of 4 Valley games on the schedule. 2 of those games are underway midway through the first half in Des Moines. Murray State leading Drake 21-19. 8:35 left in the first half in Peoria. Indiana State leading Bradley 18-13. Elsewhere later tonight, it's Northern Iowa at Illinois State. Northern Iowa trying to stop a 4-game skid after winning their first 4 Valley contests. Top 25 in the Big Ten tonight. Illinois and Maryland going at it. The number 11th ranked Illini currently trailing Maryland 24-22. The under 8 timeout in the first half. Also the top 25, number 22 North Carolina leading Notre Dame 24-15. Later it's number 1 Arizona hosting Cincinnati, 7th ranked Nebraska home to Washington, and number 8 Gonzaga and Pepperdine in the WCC. When we return on the IBEW NECA pregame show, more on the Beacons with Valpo and Valley beat writer Paul Oren from thevictorybell.com. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Ulico Inc., a labor-owned insurance and investment company, is pleased to announce its support of the Egyptian Building and Construction Trades Council at Southern Illinois. Our personal insurance marketplace, Ulico Select, offers insurance products that protect and empower union workers and their families. Our values define us. Wherever union workers work, Ulico Select is on the job. It's for us, all of us. Check us out at ullicoselect.com.
Life is full of surprises. Some good, some not so good. It's why your State Farm agent is there with good neighbor service and surprisingly great rates for everyone. Yep, that's right. At State Farm, you get the great service and great rates with every policy, so you can be prepared for all of life's surprises. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. Applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements. When you want a great deal, call State Farm agent Dave Anderson in Heron or Bob Barr in Carbondale today.
A Saluki tradition since 1896, the SIU Alumni Association is the heartbeat of Saluki Nation. Our legacy is strong. Through events, programs, networking, and scholarships, the association keeps alumni connected and supports our current students. Stay connected and show your pride. Update your contact info at siualumni.com. Follow us on our socials. Join us in an event and shop SIU first with the Saluki Market. Once a Saluki, always a Saluki.
We all like new stuff. A new car, a new house, even a new big screen TV. The looks, smell, and feel of something new. If you love new, then you'll love Newbie's Pizza in Carbondale. That's why they handcraft each order to your specific detail and desire. Think about Newbie's Pizza at 830 East Walnut Street in Carbondale. Visit NEWBYSPIZZA.com. Newbie's Pizza, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
The Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Tournament has been the showcase for buzzer beaters, madness, and championship glory. With nearly 5 decades of heart-racing excitement, it begins here at Enterprise Center. The 2026 State Farm MVC Tournament, presented by Credit Union One, Great Southern Bank, and SSM Health, tips off on March 5th through 8th. Celebrate 50 years of the Valley's postseason championship. Get your tickets now at archmadness.com.
You work hard to keep your car running and your home safe, so it makes sense to keep them protected with a company that has your interests at the heart of what they do. That's why turning to Country Financial for car and home insurance is an easy choice. Country Financial has been providing insurance and protecting families like yours for 100 years. That's the kind of stability you can trust. Our dedicated reps live and work right in your community and are ready to connect with you to get insurance that fits your needs. Get more for your car and home insurance at countryfinancial.com.
Our Saluki Radio Basketball Podcast this week to preview the Valpo game tonight. We welcomed on Paul Oren, who writes for thevictorybell.com, which covers everything Valpo athletics, and he sprinkles in a lot of coverage of the Missouri Valley Conference as a whole. Paul was telling us this week in preparation for this game how Roger Powell has really started to figure out who needs to be a part of his program despite losing key players in recent years.
You know, it's interesting. I think he got the job late in the process his first year, and so the portal had been picked through, the best high school players had been, picked through or whatever. And so that first year they go 7-25, and it just wasn't a very good team. They took a couple shots on some young guys, but it just didn't really go well. But they'd found one really good player in Cooper Schwieger, who no one was really looking at, and they bring him in, and he wins Valley Freshman of the Year. And they get him to come back, and they also had Isaiah Stafford, as you know, who is now at Southern Illinois. And Isaiah, again, probably they put a lot on his shoulders that first year because he and Schwieger were the two best players on a roster that did not have a lot, and both those guys ended up at Valpo because of relationships of people that they knew here. So now you move forward into last year, and they bring in a guy named Allwright. They bring Cooper back. They brought Isaiah back with the idea that he'd be able to push through the injury and recover from the injury, and it just never happened. And even so, that team, those two young guys, Cooper Schwieger, Allwright, they willed that team into the semifinals of the Valley Tournament, which was outstanding. Well, given the nature of where we're at, Cooper gets a 7-figure offer from Wake Forest, and Allwright gets a high 6-figure offer from Xavier. Well, they're gone. They're not. Valpo doesn't have the resources to keep guys like that, And so, what did he do? Well, he went out and he got two really good freshmen, a JT Pettigrew and Rakim Cheney, and he found the right mix of transfers. Owen Deese has been phenomenal. He's averaging 14.5 points this year, but almost 20 in conference. And Brody Whitaker, a fifth-year senior, kind of a steady leader out there. A couple of bigs. Sean Tupuola is another one that's really good. Now, what's interesting about this team is that as well as he's done there, a couple of the guys they brought in, Isaiah Barnes and Mark Brown, are super talented. It just hasn't meshed yet for them. And so if it does, this team becomes deeper and deeper. But right now, Owen Deese, JT Pettigrew, Rakim Cheney, the three guys at the top of the scoring, they've been really, really good. Deese will graduate after this year. You hope you can keep Pettigrew and Cheney. And if they can't, again, they already got 3 commits coming in next year, 3 really talented high school seniors right now.
When we return here on the IBEW Nika pregame show, it's time for our 2-part conversation with the head coach, Scott Nagy. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Your driveway is the gateway to your home. Don't trust just any business to do the job. Come to E.T. Simons, where our professionally trained and experienced staff will handle all of your paving needs. E.T. Simons is a Southern Illinois-based company who is an industry leader in the Southern Illinois construction industry. With over 75 years of experience, we service everything from commercial, industrial, governmental, and residential customers. E.T. Simons, paving the way to customer satisfaction since 1946.
I'm Damian Mayo Jr., and I'm proud to represent Southern Illinois when playing for Saluki men's basketball. It's important to me to give back to this region. That's important to Banter Bank also, and it's one of the reasons that I'm proud to be a customer. They support their communities, and with their mobile app, I can bank on my time. Plus, they offer a Saluki Visa debit card that supports SIU scholarships and athletics. That was an easy win for me. Banter Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
No one should have to pay for the damages that result from a personal injury caused by someone else. The partners of Sam C. Mitchell Law, Lance Brown, and Matthew Caraway fight for Southern Illinoisans because they are Southern Illinoisans. For decades, the firm has proven to be a trusted, experienced, and dedicated partner in helping bring justice and personal service to the victims of negligence and intentional wrongdoing. Let the attorneys of Sam C. Mitchell fight for you. For more information, visit scmitchell.com.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
The Missouri Valley Conference men's basketball tournament has been the showcase for buzzer beaters, madness, and championship glory. With nearly 5 decades of heart-racing excitement, it begins here at Enterprise Center. The 2026 State Farm MVC Tournament, presented by Credit Union One, Great Southern Bank, and SSM Health, tips off on March 5th through 8th. Celebrate 50 years of the Valley's postseason championship. Get your tickets now at archmadness.com.
Your holiday decor is down and suddenly your house looks very January. Kohl's can help you bring the spark back. No twinkle lights needed. Save on bedding that feels like a snow day. Decor that'll boost the mood. And Shark vacuums because, yes, you're still finding pine needles. Get an extra 15% off some of your faves store-wide. And beat those winter blahs at Kohl's. Select styles. Offer ends January 25th. Some exclusions apply. Coupons do not apply to Shark. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Coach, I feel like I've really got to rinse and repeat sometimes with my questions to you for pregame, but we've talked about it so much after games, during practice sessions, when I had a chance to have your ear. As you just go back and you continue to watch film and look at how your group is down this stretch, I mean, to reinforce it, is how close is your group to getting this to a point where you want it to be?
Well, everybody knows it's close, but there's a difference between, and I'm just trying to explain this to the guys, like we all know, like we know we can compete with anybody. We're a very good basketball team, but at this point when I look in their eyes, I don't think they believe. There's a difference between knowing and believing, and I tell them it's a foot. There's a foot between your head and your heart. And, I just, when I watch some of the guys, I can see they're losing heart, even though they know. And so, the question, as a staff is, can we keep fighting for their heart? And I think, because that's always what I'm looking for anyway, is a player's heart. And so that would be my biggest concern, is that we just don't lose their heart, that we keep fighting for that. It's a tough time of year for everybody. It's the mid to late January blues. I've just seen over the years the practices and can't see the light at the end of the tunnel yet. And you're tired of doing the same things, and we have to have a group that's not, that will embrace it and trust the coaching staff to know what we're doing is right. We like I said after the game last year, many of these games we weren't even in, and so we know we've just been in every game but one here, and the lead's late. We just talking about the last 4 minutes and what needs to change in those last 4 minutes, and so I think we're even getting closer to that. I think the guys even understand that better, and so that's the whole deal. But most of it is just fighting for their hearts.
When you talk about fighting for their hearts, what have you found through your years to be most successful for you as the leader to get that, to find that right path for you?
It's just relationships, relationship with the players, their relationships with each other, and making sure that they're motivated by their teammates and not themselves. Because what starts to happen when you get in a situation like this, people feel sorry for themselves, and they ask why. Why is this happening instead of what? Like, what can I do? What can I do? And that's a big difference between those two questions. Why is this happening to me? Gets you nowhere. And what can I do to help my teammates and to love on them? And it's just not an easy thing to do for any of us. For me, it's not. I'm 59 years old and still fight that. But that has to be the question that you ask and answer versus the why. The feeling sorry for yourself is just, it's pathetic, and it doesn't do anybody any good.
The biggest positives you've seen that Jalen Haynes can build on from last week or earlier in the week, earning his first start, to now being right back out there tonight as well in that role?
Well, and this goes back to knowing and believing, and how you view yourself, to me, because I always talk about how you play, how you view yourself. And so, he knows he's a good player, but he views himself as, I'm a guy coming off the bench and just and now all of a sudden he believes that he's supposed to play better because he's starting, he's getting more minutes, and so he plays differently. And so again, it going back to the heart. And so the question is, if we start him or he comes off the bench or whatever, can he continue to play that way and view himself and believe that he's that player? Because we all know he is.
When we return here on the IBEW Nika pregame show, we continue our convo with the head coach, Scott Nagy. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why our agents work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. And Shelter is known for our award-winning customer service, satisfied customers, and a plan for you. Isn't it time to check Shelter out? Find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Southern Illinois, during every season, what matters most is having a team you can depend on. A cancer diagnosis means it's time to lean on professionals with the expertise in personalized plays to guide you forward one powerful step at a time. Your home team is here. SIH Cancer Institute, advancing care for our communities. Learn more at sih.net/cancer.
When you have a fully connected life and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the internet connection you need. Get 1 gig internet with no data caps, Eero Wi-Fi, equipment and security, plus a 2-year price lock. Visit extreme.com for details.
This holiday season, switch to MediaCom and unwrap a 5G phone on us. Get 2 unlimited mobile lines for the price of 1 and enjoy extra savings on a new internet package. Call 844-4FASTER for details.
Situated in the flowing hills and grand terrain of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, a memorable golf experience awaits. It's Dalhousie Golf Club. For over 20 years, Dalhousie has set the standard for golf in Missouri and beyond. Historically voted as the #1 golf experience in the state and serving as host to numerous golf championships, Dalhousie is a special place. A limited number of affordable local, national, and social memberships are presently available. Contact John Oliver at 573-979-2912 to learn how you can become a member of Dalhousie Golf Club. That's John Oliver, 573-979-2912.
SIU Credit Union knows what it means to be a part of a team. Whether you're on the field or in the stands, community is what it's all about. They're not just here for your financial needs, they're here to give back, because people helping people is at the heart of everything they do. You can join SIU-CU if you live or work in one of the lower 24 counties in Southern Illinois. That's right, if you're a Saluki fan, you can be a part of their team too. Learn more at SIUCU.org. SIU Credit Union, your financial home team. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
A Saluki tradition since 1896, the SIU Alumni Association is the heartbeat of Saluki Nation. Our legacy is strong. Through events, programs, networking, and scholarships, the association keeps alumni connected and supports our current students. Stay connected and show your pride. Update your contact info at siualumni.com. Follow us on our socials, join us in events, and shop SIU first with the Saluki Market. Once a Saluki, always a Saluki.
What does your team need to do to play smarter? That's an area that you've hinted at with me in so many conversations, especially late in games.
Well, that's maybe even more so where I come in terms of controlling the offense better, helping them make better decisions. You know, we get to the last 4 minutes. Now I can point out, hey, we can't have bad fouls because our defense is good. But if we just foul them, and, normally the last 4 minutes, you're a good chance you're going to be in the double bonus. If we just give them points, then there's nothing I can do about that. So we've pointed that stuff out, being able to, can you play hard, play physical, but in those moments in particular, be very smart about what you're doing. And then, the offensive side of it, I have to control better and just preparing the guys for anything. A lot of times late people are jumping in zone against us. Are we prepared for that if they do that? And so, again, that's where I come in and have to do a better job.
This Valpo team seems like they have improved immensely since the last time you saw them on January 1st. Where would you How would you describe how they've played, especially since you last saw?
Well, I think you know they know, and their kids are really starting to believe and are playing that way, and you know that's going to be the challenge that we have. That's always the challenge is when you play a team like this, and they play very well at home. They're 3-1 in league at home. You know, can we? You know, they've beaten some good teams here. You know, can we come in here? We were a great road team last year, and we were a very average road team or home team, and you know we've not been either this year. But I don't care. Anybody says the conference is still young. There's 12 games to go, but the focus obviously has to be this one. And so you know I like going on the road. I think it gives our team a better team feel. There's less distractions, and so I'm hoping that will help us tonight.
Defensively, we talked about their defense being a strength the last time around. I mean, heck, when you hold UNI to 44 points in 40 minutes in this building, I think that speaks volumes as well. Where have they grown defensively and the challenges they present?
You know, they're just not, you know, one, UNI plays slow, and probably, I don't look at all the stats, but I'm guessing just scoring-wise, I mean, their scores are much lower across the board offensively and defensively. So, but they are good defensively, and where they're, you know, mostly where they're good is they're just very physical, and you know that's an area I've wanted us to grow in. We talk about it, and sometimes I think our players think we're physical, and they think everybody else thinks we're physical, and the stats are showing that we're not. And you know when you go back and watch the film, we're not. And you know to be in the minus and rebounding is really a problem for us. Particularly on the, you know, we've got to rebound the ball better defensively. And we just have guys that should be way better rebounders right now that aren't playing with the motor they need to play with. And so those are the things we're pointing out.
You talked about the belief you wanted your team to have. I know you as the leader, you know it's in there, right, to find those things.
I mean, you can't fake that stuff. You just can't. You can't fake belief. You can see it. You can see it in people's body language. You can see it in their faces. And you can see it in how they play. And so, but I also can't fake it. Like I can't, you know, in my mind go, these guys can't get anything done, but I got to pretend like I have to believe that. There's no way I'm going to be able to fake that. And you know, people can see genuineness. We all can. And so, but I love these guys, and I believe in them, and I know what I've seen from them. And you know, so it's can I continue to fight for their hearts? And like, you know, how do you do that? It's relationship. It's being with them one-on-one. It's getting them to put the team ahead of themselves. Those are all hard things to do. They're hard for everybody to do.
Coach, appreciate the time. We'll catch up with you after the game.
Thanks.
Once again, I was head coach Scott Nagy. Starting lineups are next. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Looking for a mortgage that fits your life? Sean Daly at Guild Mortgage has you covered. With hundreds of loan products, including specialized programs for first-time homebuyers, military families, and rural residents, we've got the perfect fit for you. Guild Mortgage. Own what matters. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, Company NMLS 3274. Sean Daly, NMLS 1536006. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to change without notice.
Saluki fans, accuracy and timing matter on the court, and they matter in surgery too. At SIH, our surgeons use advanced robotic-assisted technology for more precision, smaller incisions, and faster recovery, so you can get back to cheering on your Salukis. Trust the team that treats every procedure like a game-winning play. SIH, advancing care because it's personal. Learn more at sih.net/robotics.
Right now, the doors are closed, but springtime is just around the corner when Giant City Lodge reopens for the season Friday, February 6th. February 6th, you can once again bring family and friends and enjoy true home-style cooking and hospitality at its best. Let your friends at Giant City Lodge serve your next meeting or special event in an atmosphere found nowhere else in Southern Illinois. Giant City Lodge, reopening Friday, February 6th. Longtime proud supporters of the Salukis. Go Dogs!
Ever seen a Saluki climb a roof? Well, neither have we. But at SI Roofing and Siding, we work just as fast, just as sleek, and just as reliable. From roofing to gutters and premium steel bourne and batten siding, our team makes your home look sharp and stay strong. Based right here in Marion, we're BBB A+ rated and proud to serve Southern Illinois. Don't settle for rough results. Call SI Roofing and Siding today at 618-971-1457 or visit siroofing.net. SI Roofing and Siding, built to run with the big dogs.
How do you earn a tradition of leadership? You put in the work with outstanding towing and hauling. Innovate with smart features like a mobile generator and dominate the game 48 years straight. That's Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, a legacy of excellence. Only at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Available feature. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
When you have a fully connected life and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the internet connection you need. Get 1 gig internet with no data caps, Era Wi-Fi, equipment and security, plus a 2-year price lock. Visit extreme.com for details.
This holiday season, switch to MediaCom and unwrap a 5G phone on us. Get 2 unlimited mobile lines for the price of 1 and enjoy extra savings on a new internet package. Call 844-4FASTER for details.
Saluki Nation, it's time to introduce you to the starting lineup tonight for head coach Scott Nagy and the Southern Illinois Salukis, which is presented by Shelter Insurance. Here are your Saluki starters. Near wing is Damian Mayo in front of Lundblade. To his left, Steffi. Long three on its way is in! Drew Steffi buries the three. 24 points. It's a career high for him.
Drew Steffi, guard, sophomore, Frisco, Texas. Frisco Memorial.
Rimmed off, and Moreno battles the board and takes it away. Haynes quickly up ahead for SIU in a tie game at 12. Finger rolls it in with his right hand, and he's got 5. Timeout, Casey Alexander and Belmont.
Jalen Haynes, guard, freshman, Dallas, Texas, Hebron High School.
Prince lowers his shoulder in on Aaliyah, bangs his way, hook shot, low right block, extended and goes in. Prince Aligbe, he's got 6 now.
Prince Aligbe, forward, senior, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Minnehaha Academy.
Ball loose on the floor, navigating for it. Rollins trying to save it, and he does to Damian Mayo. High post, left corner Haynes. Shot fakes on a 3. One hands Mayo for a 3. Straight away, bullseye! Damian Mayo knocks it in, and here comes SIU. They trail by 2. 10:55 to go in the second half.
Damian Mayo Jr., guard, senior, St. Louis, Missouri, League Academy Prep.
Calron into the arc, spinning, fading away. Shot just rolled off. Rollins tip in goes, and he's fouled. That's how you get your first bucket of the second half. Rollins Aligbe.
Rollins Aligbe, a.k.a. Rollo, forward, sophomore, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Minnehaha Academy.
That concludes the IBEW Nika pregame show. When we return, it's time for tip-off from the Arc. This is Saluki basketball from Fairfield.
If your old car is so ugly, dogs won't tinkle on the tires. If you have to dance naked in the moonlight and light a candle to make it start. If it just isn't the car you want it to be, Vic Koenig Chevrolet will give you a big bucket full of cash for it. No dancing necessary. Vic Koenig Chevrolet will buy your car, truck, or SUV, whether you buy one of ours or not. We'll pay you more than you ever thought you could get. And we'll put you behind the wheel of a newer, nicer ride that actually starts every single time. Vic Koenig has a huge selection of reliable pre-owned vehicles in stock now and dozens of new Chevrolets on their way to Carbondale as we speak. But I promise you, they'll be sold before they ever hit the state line. Hurry in to Vic Koenig Chevrolet and call dibs. Vic Koenig Chevrolet in Carbondale, home of the world-famous SIU Salukis. VicKoenig.com on approved credit.
Turn it up. It's game time. It's time for Saluki basketball on the Saluki Sports Network from Learfield.
Middle of the lane, goes up, a lot of contact, off the glass, bucket, and the foul! The heat check 3, bullseye! He's wide open, far corner 3. Yes, sir! About 8-second differential. He's going full throttle to the rack, and he dunked it Catch and shoot three on its way. Bullseye! Massive three for the senior. Hoist it up with two. Short with one. Southern wins! Southern wins! SIU!
Saluki Basketball is brought to you by Shelter Insurance for auto, home, and life coverage that goes the distance. Find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. Banterra Bank. Apply for your Banterra Saluki Visa debit card today. Stop by Banterra to learn more. Member FDIC. And by Mediacom, home of extreme and 1 gig internet speeds.
Southern will knock off top 25 Indiana State 74-69.
Today's road game broadcast is driven by Rend Lake Golf Resort. Your getaway wherever the dogs go. The tip is moments away. Now with a call of the game, here is the voice of the Salukis, Luke Martin.
SIU and Valpo meeting here at the Arc in Valparaiso, Indiana, as the starting lineup's being introduced. Just below us, we're here straight away from the benches up on the concourse level. It's honestly a really good perch here at Valpo to be able to see the floor and just give you the action, but we are far away from that Saluki bench here tonight. Well, let's go ahead and get first to our keys to game, which are brought to you by Ron Ward Chevrolet. Ron Ward Chevrolet will send you home happy, and they are delivered to you by our Hall of Fame coach, Rodney Watson.
Most of the keys tonight are very obvious. Deason Whitaker, great three-point shooters, both averaging over 40%. Southern's got to be able to keep those guys in check. Pettigrew and Cheney, a couple of really impressive freshmen. Can Southern slow down that freshman duo? The physicality of the game, Coach talked about it. It's got to be Southern's got to be physical on the boards and the bench. Will Southern continue its bench play we saw January 1st into this game later in January? But the key that's not obvious is a guy, 6'10 junior by the name of Sean Tupaolo. Sean he's a great shot blocker. He's a great offensive rebounder. His stats won't overwhelm you, but the key to the game, what will Southern do when he reverses the ball, dives the lane, and creates Valpo to drive and pick up fouls? Sean Tupaolo will be able to dictate this game without us even mentioning his name if Southern's not careful.
Can you say it 3 times fast, though?
Tupaolo, Tupaolo, Tupaolo. Let's recruit him.
Let's go ahead and get to the starting lineups, which are brought to you by Shelter Insurance. Rakim Cheney, freshman from Rockford, Illinois, had 3 points in the first meeting between these two teams on New Year's Day. Averages about 9.9 points per game. Brody Whitaker, he's a fifth-year player out of Greencastle, Indiana. Transferred in by way of University of Indianapolis and spent time at Marion University as well. JT Pettigrew, a freshman from Lisle, Illinois, went to Bolingbrook High School. 18 points, 7 rebounds in the first meeting between these two teams. Sean Tupuola, center, 6'10", 245-pound junior from Brownsburg, Indiana. He was at St. Mary's of the Woods, which is just outside of Terre Haute, with Jesse McClung, who's now on staff in his first season with Roger Powell. And Owen Deese earns a start, 26 points. The last time these two teams met on New Year's Day. He is listed as a forward, 6'8", 200-pound redshirt senior from Evansville, Indiana. Again, Roger Powell in his third season as the head coach of the Valpo Beacons. They are 9-10 on the season. They are 3-5 in the Missouri Valley Conference, 3-2 in their last 5 games. SIU enters tonight 8-11 on the season, 2-6 in the Missouri Valley Conference. They are 2-7 overall on the road with 1 road league win, which of course was in Nashville at Belmont. Starting for the Salukis, both the League Bay brothers, Rollins and Prince. Jalen Haynes earns the start, second game in a row, and for the injured at Calron House. Damian Mayo Jr., the other senior at St. Louis, Missouri, and Drew Steffi, redshirt sophomore from Frisco, Texas. SIU will be in their road maroons with Southern Illinois spelled out in the front in white and black trim. White numerals split the Southern Illinois with Southern up top, numerals in the middle, and then Illinois below. Names on the back spelled out in white and black trim as well. Valpo, they will be wearing their home whites tonight with gold on the left and right side of those jersey tops. Valpo spelled out in gold and black trim. Is that center shield, which is outlined in brown, painted in white, and the Valpo V, which is in brown, and then the flame in the middle in gold. Tupuola and Aligbe, Rollins Aligbe will jump at center court. It is tipped and off the hand of Prince Aligbe to Cheney, and then it's going to be Whitaker It'll be Valpo who starts off with it right side of the floor. SIU leads the all-time series 12-8. Whitaker to the free throw line, back outside Pettigrew behind that brown arc. All the Valpo fans stand for the first made basket of the game. Cheney in that white headband comes near side to Deese. Deese straight away in the high post, stumbles his way over to Whitaker, gets by Drew Steffi. Low right block, got all the way on a clear out, but it's cleaned up by Prince Aligbe on that ricochet miss. Tupelo nearly had the clear out, but it's going to be Jalen Haynes just prancing past the Valpo, typing in Brown at midcourt. Haynes one hands to Steffi, hip high of that maroon shorts. Comes near your left arc. Steffi with it. Post entry feed Rollins. It was tipped by Tupuola. He gets it back. He'll front Tupuola. Lowers his shoulder in. Back outside to Steffi with 10 on the shot clock. No score. SIU with the ball. Steffi spin at the nail. Lost it out of bounds, and it's going to be Valpo basketball. 19:05 stopped on the clock. Still no score as Valpo comes down for their second offensive possession. Scott Nagy watches with his arms crossed and his white pullover here tonight. Tupuola in the high post. Hand off with Cheney, downhill to the rack. Floater off the glass too strong. It's deflected in the air on the rebound, and Steffi comes away. Steffi doesn't have numbers right now. He's kind of hesitating to his right. Prince Aligbe off of the knee of Haynes, lost it, loose on the floor. Tupelo grabs it, ball back near the midcourt line. Still diving for it, all these players. And finally a whistle and a jump ball will be called. Possession arrow in favor of SIU, but a bad pass to Jalen Haynes, I believe by Prince on that sideline, and it went right off of Haynes' knee.
It's not real aggressive defense by Valpo, but Southern's being forced to catch the ball about 35 feet away from the basket on their entry. They've got to make sure that they get a little bit more comfortable in getting a good entry pass and get this thing going in a manageable scoring position.
Lone 2 road wins this year for SIU at Belmont and at High Point. Two extremely hard places to win, yet Southern 2-7 overall on the year. As Prince Aligbe awaits to get the basketball, he does, and now Jalen Haynes will come down right to left. Haynes, pitch off to Steffi, top of the key, Damian Mayo, straight away with 24 on the shot clock, now down to 22. Ron Aligbe, high right bend, dribbles his way down, low right block, Tupelo on his back into the Valley, Texton Brown, low right block, high off the glass too strong. His brother there on the putback, he's got it, goes outside Mayo, thought about the three, and now a shot clock issue. Goes down to 20, and the shot clock comes over to the scores table, and now they got to work on that shot clock. 18-16 on the clock. No score.
Good to see Prince Aligbe get in there, get an offensive rebound, get that first one. It's kind of like making your first basket.
Jalen Haynes on the V in Valpo. Near side, Damian Mayo. Bobbled the pass. He's got it back into the paint from the Valley. Texton Brown, and his hook shot goes. 2-0 SIU with the lead. Damian Mayo Jr. coming off 8 points against Belmont in that loss on Saturday. JT Pettigrew tries a dribble handoff, denied by Drew Steffi. Pettigrew still with it on the left arc. Finds Owen Deese, who's pressured back near the midcourt stripe in Brown. Deese lobbed it to the head of Tupuola, straight away with 15. Now Whitaker gets it back with 13. Downhill to his right. Raya the Hashes, low right block, looking for a clear out. Reversed outside to Thomas. Thomas to his right, overheads at Pettigrew. Wide open three, top of the circle, just swirled off. Jalen Haynes gets the rebound at the free throw line. Haynes down right to left, Holtz at the V in Valpo. Now picks up his dribble. Rollins was open. Bounce past Prince Aligbe, low right block. Prince spinning to the baseline, now back outside Mayo. Long three for Mayo, well short. Rebound fought for, off the knee of Thomas, out of bounds, and it will stay with SIU. Shot clock will be reset to 20, 17-23 on that game clock as SIU leads it 2-0.
Southern's mindful of going for offensive boards. Rollins knocked that ball off of Valpo.
Drew Steffi has it far corner, in the short corner. Rollins from that right bend. Hands off with Haynes near the free throw line. Haynes to his right. Splits his men up, and it looked like it was blocked, and it was. Could have been potentially goaltending, but a clean block. Here comes Whitaker down sideline left, 2-0 SIU lead. JT Pettigrew, top of the circle, now right of the bend. Looks to Owen Deese. Two-handed a chest pass to Deese. Pettigrew with a hard screen in the Mayo. Now it's Tupuola straight away. Tupuola's handoff got lost, and near the P in Valpo at midcourt. Whitaker tracked it down, threw it away. Pettigrew chases it back with 8. Near wing, Deese in the near corner with 6. Deese with 5. Behind the arc with 4. Mid-range shot, long 2. Rims off, and it goes to Rollins Aligbe and SIU. 2-0 lead for SIU. They have the ball. Mayo near corner. Bounce pass, Prince. Low left block, spin baseline. Goes reverse slam with his right hand, and Prince Aligbe gets to go down for 2. It is 4-0 SIU. And now Rollins, he is gimpy as he's prancing down sideline left. He's trying to get a tweak out, but it's going to be Jorge Moreno who will sub in for Rollins Aligbe. Jorge had his season high 13 points, 5 rebounds in this venue just last year.
Great to see Prince starting this game out. After having a game that he wants to forget last time out, got an offensive rebound, a possession ago or two, comes back with a really good power basket around the rim. That's where he so much can help this team around the rim.
Mark Brown Jr. into the game as he goes top of the circle. Pettigrew sets a hard screen for McNair. McNair tried to get downhill, now pushes back out left arc. He'll reverse to the free throw line. Pettigrew open. Marino with the block, but a dunk by Tupuolo over Jorge Moreno. Gets the first bucket for Valpo and stolen away. Bad entry pass by SIU. It's 4-2 SIU lead, but Valpo with it back. Brown sideline left. Hard screen by Tupuolo and offensive foul. And Roger Powell saying, Tupuolo, appreciate your tenacity, but think a little bit smarter there to pick that up near the midcourt line.
Southern caught a break after a kind of a not very good play there on the out-of-bounds play. You got to be wise. Can't give balls away. 3 turnovers for Southern early in the game.
That's been an issue for SIU this year. Jalen Haynes high on that right arc. Drew Steffi near the V in Valpo. Damian Mayo's got it top of the circle. Drew Steffi on the back door. Laid it in on the low left block. Drew Steffi through contact. Got his first field goal at 6-2 SIU lead. Quickly down McNair. Wide open 3. Far left corner. Rimmed it in. Justice McNair makes his first 3 of the game. His 8th 3 of the season. But a defensive breakdown for SIU as Valpo now back within 1, 6-5. Jorge Moreno in the high post, high on that right arc, looks to his far right corner. Prince of League Bay back straight away. Drew Steffi. Jalen Haynes on the near arc, guarded by McNair for Valpo. Long 3 on its way. Wide right. Prince on the cleanup. Went up. Can't get the fall. Volleyballed it back into play. Jorge Moreno backpedaling his way at the left elbow. And it will be what? Oh, the shot clock, I believe, again an issue as Moreno was saving it. I believe that will send us now to our under 16-minute media timeout. So already two shot clock issues here they got to work on here at that scorer's table. But 6-5 lead for SIU brings us to our first media timeout. SIU leads at 6-5 over the Beacons. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Your driveway is the gateway to your home. Don't trust just any business to do the job. Come to E.T. Simons, where our professionally trained and experienced staff will handle all of your paving needs. E.T. Simons is a Southern Illinois-based company who is an industry leader in the Southern Illinois construction industry. With over 75 years of experience, we service everything from commercial, industrial, governmental, and residential customers. E.T. Simons, paving the way to customer satisfaction since 1946.
A Saluki tradition since 1896, the SIU Alumni Association is the heartbeat of Saluki Nation. Our legacy is strong. Through events, programs, networking, and scholarships, the association keeps alumni connected and supports our current students. Stay connected and show your pride. Update your contact info at siualumni.com. Follow us on our socials. Join us in events and shop SIU first with the Saluki Market. Once a Saluki, always a Saluki.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Fans, it's time for our first Ameren Illinois Energy Savings Timeout. When it comes to energy, actions speak louder than words. That's why Ameren Illinois works hard to make sure you have the energy you need, and it's why we put savings tools in your hands so you can take action. Learn more about saving money and energy with energy-efficient rebates and incentives at ameren.com/rebates.
Paxton Guy reminds us of a fun fact that Sean Tupuolo was a Boy Scout. Well, Paxton, I can tell you, he's no Boy Scout on the floor. He goes and dunks over the top of you. He's anything but a Boy Scout when it comes to the 94-foot floor.
Tupuola has really had a remarkable year. Again, the stats won't be completely overwhelming, but he definitely impacts the game in multiple ways. By the way, both coaching staffs got the memo tonight. They are all wearing very similar white pullovers. When the coaches were shaking hands pregame, the only difference is literally one has the Under Armour emblem and the other has the Nike swoosh. Both coaching staffs right on point here tonight. It will be SIU ball. Only 7 seconds on the shot clock. They lead at 6-5. Jalen Haynes has at the V in Valpo. Mayo's got it right arc. Downhill with 5. Goes baseline and up, and with his right hand, finger rolls it in. Damian Mayo's got 4 points. He's got half of Southern's points. 8-5 lead for the Salukis. Jalen Haynes with his hand pressuring Brown, who's got it on that far left arc. In the high straightaway area, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Dees high left arc, finds McNair to the rack. Mayo forced a jump ball, and they will call a jump ball. Possession arrow Valpo. For a moment, I thought they were going to get him on a foul, and ironically, it was the same official who almost got him on a foul back at Murray. Not that I remember, but back in December. 14:56 on the clock, 8-5 lead for SIU. Valpo will inbound. Davion Sykes will sub in. Mayo is out. Max Picard is coming into the game as well. He'll enter for Prince Aligbe. So Sykes, Haynes, Picard, Moreno, and Steffi, the 5 on the floor. Brown, Tornada, Barnes, McNair, and Servilis are in the game for Valpo. It's going to be Brown on that Valpo shield. Calls for a high screen. Goes to his left, McNair. Now far corner, Brown. Brown comes back on the near wing. Brown will get a screen from Barnes. To his right, mid-range. Tough shot, fading away with one. Banked it in. Wow. Mark Brown Jr., not a great shot, but he banked it in anyways. 8-7 lead for SIU. 14:35 on the clock as Jalen Haynes, the freshman, making his second straight start. And that black and armor headband. Drew Steffi on that right arc. Bounce past Davion Sykes. Sykes to his right. Looking for Jalen Haynes, baseline right. Sykes clears it out to the nail. Inside the paint from the Valley Texan Brown. Tough shot. It was an air ball. And the cleanup goes to Barnes. Barnes off the Brown as Brown navigates his way near arc. Servilis to McNair, who's already got a 3. Jump stops into the lane, looking for help. Tornada near corner. Thought about a 3 momentarily, but goes off McNair. Tornada sits a screen. McNair, long 3, rimmed around, off, and back in. It rimmed around, went up, hit glass, and then hit rim and goes down. Justice McNair, he's got 6 points, and Valpo with the lead, 10-8. Under 14 minutes to go in the opening half. 13:50 to be exact. Jorge Moreno leaps, had it knocked away, stolen away. Tornada diving forward on the floor, and eventually it's Barnes. Barnes crosses over Moreno. Shot was short. On the cleanup, McNair for 2 more. Justice McNair only had 6 points against SIU in Carbondale. Now he's got 8. Now a whistle here. Michael Greenstein, our official, was stopping play for something. Now subs will come in. Haynes out. Caden Hawkins is in. And I believe SIU is going to burn their first timeout. And it will be. So SIU will burn the timeout, but it's not immediate timeout. 4 turnovers already for SIU, which has fueled this 7-0 run by Valpo.
McNair loves playing Southern the second time around. 14 points in the Banterra Center in the second game last year. He came out on fire. Seemed like he couldn't wait to get the Salukis. Got in the game early, and man, has he found range.
So Coach Nagy hauling his team over right now in that huddle just in front of the Saluki bench, which is right in front of us and to our right. The Orthopedic Institute of Southern Illinois is the official orthopedic provider for Saluki Athletics. To get back in the game, trust the Sports Medicine Center at the Orthopedic Institute of Southern Illinois. All of our road broadcasts are brought to you by SIU Credit Union. 12-8 lead for Valpo. 13:34 on that clock. Picard, Hawkins, Steffi, Rollins, the league band, Davion Sykes, the 5 on the floor. Kane Hawkins facing a little bit of pressure from Brown. Also bring it up right to left. Hawkins kind of curls right behind Max Picard. Hands off Davion Sykes left arc. Right of the bend, Max Picard. Hand off again, Drew Steffi. Steffi downhill, looking to the low right block. Terminates his dribble, threw it away from Rollins, the league band. Turnover for SIU, 12-8 lead. 4-point lead for, and now McNair just pulls up a heat check 3, and he buries it. 11 points for McNair. He's got 11 of Valpo's 15. It's a 7-point lead. Hawkins, left elbow, reversed out Picard. High right arc, Drew Steffi over to Rollins, the league bait. Now Davion Sykes, one hands back to Steffi's chest. Steffi on the perimeter, those pink Under Armour sneakers. Back to Rollins, the league bait. 3 for Kane Hawkins, short. Ball is loose, and the rebound goes to Barnes. Valpo comes down near sideline right. It's Brown. Brown and Valpo on a 10-0 run. 3 again for McNair. Off the back of the lid. Rebound Servilis. Threw it off of the hip of Caden Hawkins. And it will stay with Valpo. 15-8 lead. And right now Valpo, they are on a 13-2 run over the last 3 minutes.
This has a bad feel for some reason. Usually runs early in the first half don't really scare you. It's just, man, right now Southern doesn't have much rhythm.
Barnes off to Servilis. Servilis waits for Caden Hawkins to get off of Brown. Now Brown looks over his near left shoulder as he corralled it at the timing stripe to Roger Powell. 12 on the shot clock here for Valpo. They lead at 15-8. Tornada, the younger brother of a phenomenal Saluki volleyball player, Tatum Tornada. Brown, long 3, rainbow arcing, wide left, and it's going to be a foul on Tornada. And luckily it was, because no Saluki went to the basketball, and if that wasn't a foul, I believe Valpo will maintain possession of that basketball.
Yeah, Southern has got to get really aggressive, just continue that physicality. Right now, it's kind of the question of the bench. Even though Southern has 2 starters out there right now, the Southern's bench has got to step up. Well, they have 3. They've got to be good.
Kane Hawkins, sideline right, looking for the handoff with Steffi. Comes straight away Mayo. 23 on that shot clock. SIU trails 15-8. Mayo flinged off to Hawkins. Back near left wing, Steffi. Long 3 on its way. Was originally short, goes off to the right, fighting for the board. And coming away with it is Cheney for Valpo. Up ahead, Barnes, and he dunks it in with 2 hands. Isaiah Barnes equals his total from Banterra Center on January 1st, and this has a really bad feeling. 15-2 run for Valpo over the last 4 minutes. Picard, high near wing to his right, Damian Mayo. Mayo one-hands it off to Hawkins. Back to Ron's Bay, near wing. Max Picard, low left block. Skip past the Mayo on the near left wing. Now right arc Steffi. Shot fakes, drives to the nail at the Valley. Texton Brown terminates, loops over a pass near wing. Mayo 3, short. Rollins can't get the rebound, and coming away with it is Valpo. 17-8 lead for Valpo, 11:25 to go in the game. Next that ball will be a media timeout. Servilis and Tornado nearly run into each other. Tornado all the way to the rack. He was fouled and got the bucket to go as well. Man, oh man, this has a really, really bad feel. Body language and all is in the negative category right now for SIU. 19-8 lead for Valpo as their run has now been extended to 17-2. We'll take the timeout with them. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
The roar of the crowd. Buzzer beaters. There's nothing more thrilling than Saluki basketball. And just like the Salukis, Vogler Ford is putting prices in a full court press. Take advantage of slam dunk savings on a new Bronco. Or make a fast break in a new Explorer for less than you'd expect. We're keeping high prices in foul trouble all season long. So when you want to get a new Ford, you've got to get to Vogler.
Hi, Ameren, Illinois home energy expert Matt Minster here to share how easy saving energy around the house can be. Matching the right size pot to the right size burner can save you up to $36 a year. You can save up to $55 a year by turning off the TV when you leave the house. And switch to LED light bulbs to save up to $75 per year. Discover more tips and rebates at AmerenIllinoisSavings.com/ways to save. Some restrictions may apply.
Life is full of moments, both big and small, each a chapter in your own unique story. Through the everyday and extraordinary, First Mint is here to help shape every page. Beyond banking services alone, we're a valued partner and advisor with the guidance and resources for living your best life. So, whether you're buying groceries, budgeting your dream kitchen, planning for retirement, or protecting your life's work, think First. First Mint. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
When you're out of town and want to keep up with live college sports, be sure to download the new Varsity Network app available for both Apple and Android. Listen to College Sports Live with the Varsity Network app. With the Hall of Famer Roddy Watson, I am Luke Martin. 19-8 lead for Valpo. It's a 17-2 run over the last 4 minutes and 29 seconds. It's been 14-0 over the last 3 minutes and 26 seconds. And SIU with the scoring drought, 3 minutes and 56 seconds, almost 4 minutes. But what we have chat about so much through our podcast and even in our broadcast, Coach Watson, of why UIC has really figured it out is they're not a tremendous shooting team either, but they realize, man, if we can go and muscle and fight for offensive rebounds and clean up the glass, that's going to give them chances for better offense. And right now, SIU, I mean, somehow they are winning the boards right now, 9-8. But at least in this game, they're winning the offensive boards right now, 4-3, but just feels like it should be a much more bigger difference.
Yeah, Tornado's going to go the line to clean up the old-fashioned three-point play. McNair has 11 of the 17 bench points with Tucker trying to get one more at the free throw line here. The bench has just been 17-0, but Southern is, again, even though their offense is not shooting the ball well, they're only getting 2 big guys going the offensive boards. The perimeter guys, at least a couple of them, have got to go chase down some rebounds.
Tornado free throw line where he's 15-23 this year, and he completes the three-point play.
We worked on a lot of free throws with Tucker when he was 5 at our day camp. I'm really proud of him for making that free throw.
I want to repeat this. Valpo has outscored Southern's bench 18-0 right now in this game, and we're only at the 11-15 mark, and it's a 20-8 game. As Jalen Haynes comes down right to left. As Haynes on the near wing. Max Picard waits on that low left block, sets a back screen for Mayo. Prince Aligbe spinning all the way to the rack, missed it wildly and horribly. Here comes Cheney, middle of the floor, snaking his way. Off the Tupuola, nearly travels with it. Low right block, Pettigrew, extra pass Cheney. Far left wing three for Barnes, and that rims in. That's not great either. He's been a guy who's been struggling. He's only had 10 points all of Valley play. He's got half of that already. 10:45 to go, and it's 23-8 Valpo. Near corner Mayo, one hands off Picard. Picard in the high post, right of the bin. Hand off Jalen Haynes. Got knocked loose by Pettigrew. Haynes regains controls. Sideline right, Drew Steffi in front of a high, standing tall Roger Powell. Near corner Mayo. Drives in from the left corner to the Valley Tex. Right-handed floater can't go off the Tupuola. Left to right comes Valpo. It is now a 18-0 run. It is 21-2 over the last 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Whitaker straight away, Tupuola finds Cheney. Cheney tried to go in on Prince Aligbe, back outside Pettigrew. Pettigrew bounce past the Cheney with 13 on the shot clock. Cheney comes out of that near corner. The freshman around a Pettigrew screen. Now 8 on the shot clock. He's at the Valpo shield with 6. Downhill to his right. Pettigrew at the free throw line all the way up. Haynes was there. It's a block. And going to the line will be JT Pettigrew. You know, I'm trying not to be overly negative, but man, this has a bad feel. Right
it's
now.
the physicality that's so
Yes.
obvious, Luke, that you and I can see. Those of you watching at home, you're seeing on TV as well. You're believing what you're seeing. On both ends, Valpo just dominates the physicality of the game.
Pettigrew to the line, the first of 2 shots, and his first is up and in. High arcing free throw goes in. He is a 72% free throw shooter. He's been to the line now 104 times. This will be the 105th free throw shot of the game. Max Picard out. Ron's Aligbe back in. It's the original starting 5 for SIU. 24-8. Valpo leads it. Pettigrew, second free throw up and in. Jalen Haynes in the backcourt, comes down right to left. It's a 17-point lead for Valpo. Only 8 points right now for the Salukis. Mayo, straight away with 20 on the shot clock. To his right, Jalen Haynes weaves his way to Prince Aligbe. Prince looking for Steffi, far right corner. Steffi's got it, lobbed in the Rollins. He catches, corrals it between 2 beacons. Goes up with his right hand, stuffed by the backboard. Back to Mayo on the ricochet. 8 on the shot clock, now 7. Steffi with 5. Steffi to his left with 4. Spinning at the line with 2. From the charity stripe, back of the lid, rebound, Tupuola and Valpo. 25-8 is the lead for Valpo. They are on a 20-0 run over the last 5 minutes and 11 seconds. SIU led this game 8-7. Pettigrew to his left. Whitaker, high left arc. Whitaker surveying, goes down low to Pettigrew. Pettigrew pushed out from those hashes, now goes in and a foul by Drew Steffi. It's only going to be a second team foul, I believe, on SIU. That'll be Steffi's first. Actually, be the third team foul on SIU. Inbounding Cheney on the PN Valpo in gold on that brown baseline. Heaves it over to Whitaker. Whitaker above the Valpo typing at midcourt. 25-8 lead for Valpo. 8:58 to go till halftime. Cheney, high left arc, tried to cross over his man around a Pettigrew screen. At the nail, low left block, hook shot off the glass to the front of the rim, the Prince Aligbe. Mayo, sideline left, quickly down, off the Steffi, nearly bobbled it out of bounds. Mayo saved it to his right, Prince Aligbe. Prince at right elbow, surveying back out to Jalen Haynes. Haynes with 20 on the shot clock, 25-8 lead. Prince Aligbe, far right corner, goes right back to Drew Steffi. Around the horn they go. Mayo into the paint, dished off to Rollins, back to Prince, right of the hashes, split his men again. Up and foul, but he missed it wide left. It'll go to the free throw line.
Nice lift fake. Good job by Prince. I was kind of thinking Rollins would go ahead and just use his left shoulder and go ahead and finish that off inside. But passed off to his brother, got the big guy up in the air, and that's what you have to do. You have to show him some shoulders, some lift fake, try to get some buckets here, get some points here at the free throw line.
25-8 lead, 8:25 to go for Valpo here in the first half. Prince Aligbe to the line, 25 of 44 this year. As Prince multiple dribbles in front of that brown charity stripe line off of his right hand, and it's nothing but net. That finally breaks a 20-0 run. Salukis have missed. They haven't made a field goal in almost 7 minutes.
9 straight shutouts by Valpo. 9 empty trips by Southern before that free throw. See if Southern can get one here and get a little momentum going in this first half.
25-9. Valpo well in front. 8:25 to go here in the opening half. Prince Aligbe, free throw line left, trying to complete both makes at the line. Off to the right. Kane Hawkins bound for the board. Can't get it. Pettigrew rips it away. And here comes Valpo left to right. 25-9 lead. And here comes some pressure from SIU. They get it past the midcourt line. Pettigrew. Ball was deflected by Haynes and eventually in the hands of Whitaker. They go back to Cheney on that P and Valpo. Now on the O at midcourt. To his near right. Pettigrew on the perimeter of Barnes. Barnes straight away with 13. Around the Pettigrew screen. To his right. Low right block. Keeps his pivot foot. Back outside Pettigrew. Long three. It was wide open. Rick rims off to Prince Aligbe. Prince Aligbe comes down right to left. 25-9 lead for SIU. Prince on the near wing. Tacks his man Tornada. Right of the hashes back out to Haynes. Nearly threw it away. Haynes on the right arc. Spinning right elbow. Haynes still with it. Cutting Marino to the rack. He's fouled. And Bueno Moreno got it to go in as Jorge Marino has a chance at a three-point play with 7:41 to go here till halftime. 25-11 lead as SIU finally showing a little bit of life, but they still trail it by 14. Guild Mortgage is your Saluki Home Team Mortgage partner. Call Sean Daly today at 618-889-5266. Let him turn your home ownership dream into reality. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Romwood Chevrolet in Heron makes it easy to shop online anytime. Shop our entire selection of new and pre-owned vehicles from anywhere. And with new inventory arriving daily and special Romwood pricing, our team will always have a deal waiting for you. It's so simple to find your price, get pre-approved, and drive home today. So check us out online at RomwoodChevy.com and we'll send you home happy. And go Dogs!
No one should have to pay for the damages that result from a personal injury caused by someone else. The partners of Sam C. Mitchell Law, Lance Brown, and Matthew Caraway fight for Southern Illinoisans because they are Southern Illinoisans. For decades, the firm has proven to be a trusted, experienced, and dedicated partner in helping bring justice and personal service to the victims of negligence and intentional wrongdoing. Let the attorneys of Sam C. Mitchell fight for you. For more information, visit scmitchell.com.
SIU has rare dual recognition, one of only 21 universities out of nearly 4,000 nationwide honored by the Carnegie classification. We are a Research One university, driving innovation and discovery. We are also an opportunity university, opening doors and helping all students succeed. Less than 1% of universities hold both honors, and SIU is the only one serving a rural region. That makes Salukis unique, a community defined by excellence, access, and opportunity. Support the research that changes lives and the scholarships that expand access. Visit siuf.org/give.
With the Hall of Famer Ronnie Watson, I am Luke Martin, and Paxton Guy back in our network studios is right now here from Valparaiso, Indiana. It is all Valpo. 25-11, Jorge Moreno will be at the free throw line with a chance to complete a three-point play, but it gives us time to remind you, Atmos Wealth Management is providing guidance Saluki fans deserve. Learn more at Atmos, ATMOSWM.com. The free throw by Prince broke a 20-0 run. Jorge Moreno's field goal, it was the first field goal in almost 7.5 minutes for SIU in this game. 25-11 as Jorge will go to the line here out of this break to try to complete this three-point play.
It's not this simple, but Justice McNair really turned this game on its ear for Southern. He came in to get 11 points. He is resting still, thank goodness. Appreciate Roger Powell for giving him some more rest. Southern still defensively is allowing the ball to reverse too many times. Not so much through Tupelo. They're just reversing it, kind of getting what they want.
Moreno, free throw line left, eyes it up there, flings it on its way, way too strong, and Deese cleans up the miss. 25-11, and now SIU in some full court pressure, 1-2-2. Prince nearly tipped the pass as Cheney comes back to Deese on the near side and just got it past the timing stripe with 20. On that Valpo shield at midcourt is Cheney. And that Nike white headband, bounce past Whitaker. High on that left arc. Kane Hawkins close out. Whitaker drives on him to the low right block. Whitaker retreats. Back out Deese. High left arc with 8. Now 7. Servillis straight away to Tornada. Now it's Cheney on the near arc. Cheney to the nail with 2. With 1. Teardrop in the lane goes. Rakim Cheney. He's got 2 points. First bucket of the game makes it a 16-point lead for Valpo. SIU with the ball on the left side of the floor. Haynes high on that near arc. Looking for a screen from Moreno. As he gets around him. High on the near wing. Moreno straight away. Moreno angles his way behind a Prince screen, and now it's Hawkins off the Prince to his right. Aligbe in front of the Valpo bench. Finds a cutting Mayo at the Valley text. In Brown got his man in the air. Deese goes off the glass too strong. Tipped up and over the backboard, and it's going to be Valpo ball.
Even Southern's off. They ran some what we call horns action right there. Southern ran some when the two big guys are up high, either a ball screen or a toss inside, and have action come off that screen. Southern's still really slow, lethargic into their offensive action. Just can't get anything moving with any fluidity to make Valpo's defense shift in any way. Valpo's just really staying in regular gap defense.
SIU falls back in a 2-3 zone here as Jalen Haynes guarding Brown to his near right. They whip it McNair wide open three, and McNair makes a pay. 14 points for Justice McNair, 30-11. 6:20 to go till halftime. It is a 19-point lead for Valpo. Jalen Haynes to his right, Kane Hawkins. Hands off or flings a pass, Damian Mayo. Around a Moreno screen. Mayo shoves off his man, Tornado. Tornado nearly knocked it loose. Haynes gets it back on the perimeter. Now it's Hawkins on the near wing with 10. Hawkins now at 9. Mid-air pass nearly stolen away by Tornado as he ran into some fans here on the front row. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Just feels like every loose ball, every deflection, all of the plays that you gauge energy, Valpo is winning it and winning it emphatically. 30-11 right now. Valpo leads over SIU. Moreno out of the game. Ron Zaligbe is in as he stands near the free throw line, tucks in his jersey of that maroon waistline and white. Jalen Haynes to his right, Kane Hawkins gets it right back from Seahawk. On the right arc, Haynes on the perimeter with one, lets the three fly well short. Mayo got the rebound over Servilis. Now it's a second chance three for Steffi. He got it. He did flop. He went down to the floor. They're going to reward him with the and one basket. He's got 5 points now, a chance at a 4-point play. 5:48 to go here in the first half. It's 30-14 Valpo.
Damian Mayo with the offensive rebound, now the guard spot. Southern's got to have that for the rest of the night. I mean, there's no reason to get back. I mean, you can send one guy back if you want, but, man, they got to have some guys getting some offense off that ring.
Steffi at the free throw line here to our left. It's 30-14 Valpo. Free throw up for Steffi long. SIU now 1 of 4 at the free throw line in the game. They show pressure here. Brown near sideline to Deese. Deese back to Brown. With 23 on the shot clock, they got to get it past with 22, and they do. And Servilis goes back to his left to Deese. Right above that Valpo typing. Stretched across here at midcourt is Brown. Brown backpedals near the line. Now it's McNair. Off with 10 seconds, it's Deese. To his near left, or far left, is Brown. Deese has it back with McNair with 5. McNair with 4. McNair top of the key with 3. A 3 on the way. We're off to the right. Rollins gets the rebound, looking for help. Near sideline left, Damian Mayo. SIU down, trailing 30-14. Mayo to his right, hands off Steffi. Steffi around his man, Brown. Low left block, stumbling his way. Back out Haynes, corrals at his shoulder. And comes back dribbling hip high. Haynes in front of Valpo's bench, downhill with 13, pulls up from the nail, off balance, and it rolls off the front of the rim to Servilis. 4:55 to go here in the opening half. Valpo with a big lead and a foul by Haynes.
Just Southern's 4th foul for the half. Again, I'm a broken record, but until the guys in maroon come to the realization that buckets are hard to come by, and you've got to flood that offensive rebound. That time you had no one going to the boards. To win this game, there's got to be a desire that we're going to win it old-fashioned ugly. Our hands have got to get, every time that orange ball's in the air, we got to get our hands on it. Valpo's got the message. Southern's got to get in that conversation.
On the Beacons typing in gold is Cheney, baseline right on the right side of the basket. Deese wide open 3, and it's an air ball, luckily. Davion Sykes gets the air ball miss. And now it's Jalen Haynes, high right arc. One hands it over Kane Hawkins. 22 on the shot clock. Steffi to his right to Sykes. Sykes in the far right corner. Just dribbling right now, hip high. Ron's straightaway with 15. Gets Van Hill into Hopoy. Right-handed floater goes for Ron Zaligbe. It's his first 2 points. 30-16. It's a 14-point lead for Valpo. 4:24 to go in the game. Servilis to his left. McNair on that high arc. Guarded by Davion Sykes. Near wing Deese with Haynes sagging a bit on defense. McNair, Sykes in his grill, goes far left corner, Servilis into the chest of Hawkins. Servilis back out, Cheney bobble the pass, and no one's there with ball pressure. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 30-16. Cheney downhill to the rack, dished off Hopoy, right-handed lay-in goes. No ball pressure to pressure the loose ball, and Valpo makes them pay 32-16. Next that ball will be a media timeout. Haynes Hands off with Hawkins high on the right arc. Rollins Aligbe back to Steffi. Steffi left elbow. Back pedals his way near left arc. Steffi skip past far right arc. Jalen Haynes. Haynes looking for Rollins on the low block. Gets to the right elbow into the lane, and it's going to be a foul on the drive, and that will bring us to immediate timeout. 3:39 to go here in the first half. It's been all Valpo. 32-16 is the lead. 3:39 left here in the opening half. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
If your old car is so ugly, dogs won't tinkle on the tires. If you have to dance naked in the moonlight and light a candle to make it start. If it just isn't the car you want it to be, Vic Koenig Chevrolet will give you a big bucket full of cash for it. No dancing necessary. Vic Koenig Chevrolet will buy your car, truck, or SUV, whether you buy one of ours or not. We'll pay you more than you ever thought you could get. And we'll put you behind the wheel of a newer, nicer ride that actually starts every single time. Vic Koenig has a huge selection of reliable pre-owned vehicles in stock now, and dozens of new Chevrolets on their way to Carbondale as we speak. But I promise you, they'll be sold before they ever hit the state line. Hurry in to Vic Koenig Chevrolet and call dibs. Vic Koenig Chevrolet in Carbondale, home of the world-famous SIU Salukis. VicKoenig.com on approved credit.
Samron Midwest Contracting is the region's first choice for construction services. Since 2003, Samron has completed thousands of projects for various customers across the tri-state area. Whether it's a commercial project, an asphalt parking lot or driveway, or commercial or industrial concrete, Samron has you covered and offers flexible financing options. For more information, visit Samron.com. Samron Midwest Contracting, proud supporter of Saluki Athletics.
Back with the Hall of Famer, Rodney Watson. I am Luke Martin here in Valparaiso, Indiana, where it is all Beacons. 32-16, 3:39 to go till the end of the first half. Valpo being led in scoring by Justice McNair, 14 points. Their bench has outscored Southern 26-2. And we talked about it at length. And that's where the impact of a Cal Runhouse and Isaiah Stafford, no question, was a huge difference in that game on January 1st. But Southern's bench was around plus 45 in that game when the players were on the floor and plus minus. And, oh, boy, it's been the exact opposite here tonight. Salukis now, they've at least cleaned up the turnovers somewhat. They had 5 turnovers early, but right now it's one and done pretty much offensively.
Yeah, I will say at 3:39, I don't know what time it is, Central Time, but Southern's down 16. If for some reason they can cut it to single digits, then you got a chance in this game. Man, anything north of 16 going in that locker room, it is a major uphill, slippery mountain.
Jalen Haynes, baseline right. He was frustrated as a play wasn't ran correctly. Rollins Alibe gets on the right arc. Straight away, Drew Steffi. Steffi, right block extended. Ball deflected into the far corner by Hopoy. Steffi got it back. Baseline right. Spinning 10, threw it away. Servillas diving on the floor, and it's off the Valpo. Right on cue. Lob to the rim. Hopoy dunks it in. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't see the pass angle. I don't see what Drew's seeing there.
Hopoy, he's got 4 now, and Valpo leads at 34-16. Rollins straight away, fakes the dribble handoff off the Max Picard. Picard, right of the hashes, right of the lane. Rollins muscles his way in and a travel. Turnover. Back-to-back turnovers, 34-16.
25 possession game. It seems like this thing's had about 40 possessions, but been a low possession game, and it's been all Valpo tonight so far.
Cheney guarded by the freshman Jalen Haynes. Straight away, Hopoy, who just got a lob dunk. Hopoy to his near right, Cheney. Cheney around a Hopoy screen. Mid-range shot for Cheney is short. Rebound, Max Picard. Off to Drew Steffi. Steffi comes down right to left. 34-16 lead. Goes all the way to the rack by himself, and he laid it in. Drew Steffi's got 7 points. 34-18, 2:35 to go till the end of the first half. Can Southern try to get any sort of positive momentum? They last led this game 8-7. They've only scored 10 points since, and that was at the 14:43 mark. Cheney comes near side. Servillas. Barnes catch and shoot 3, and nothing but net. Isaiah Barnes, he's got 8. He's almost scored as many points tonight as he's had all Valley season. He had 10 points in Valley play entering the night. He's got 8. Steffi lost at far right corner, but it went into the chest of Haynes. Haynes one-hands at Sykes straight away. It's a 19-point lead for Valpo. It matches their largest lead. Steffi straight away with 1:56. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Haynes low left block extended to Picard. Back out Haynes with 6. Now 5. 3 on the way for Haynes with 4. Back of the lid. Rollins knocked it back to Steffi. Shot clock reset to 20. Long NBA 3, well short. Rebound Barnes. Left to right comes Valpo. 1:40 till halftime. McNair behind the back dribble. Comes near arc. To his left. Spinning. Short shot, but he was fouled. And a foul by Jalen Haynes. And Valpo, that will be the 15th foul here on SIU. As Haynes picks up his second foul. And now Valpo has a chance to get it to 20+.
Talk about Barnes. He came into this program as a transfer like so many have and had a lot of high hopes, started a lot early, and then just didn't work out. It's actually he's the one that came to the sideline when D started.
McNair makes the first free throw. And keep in mind, he played or was part of programs at Tulsa and Michigan. So there is a lot in there that some big programs have seen and eyed. Hopoy out, Servilis out, as well as Cheney, as Tornada, Pettigrew, and Brown come back in. As Mayo, Moreno, Sykes, Picard, and Haynes, the 5 on the floor for SIU. Free throw, McNair left it short. Picard grabs it with 2 hands, goes off to his right, Jalen Haynes. 20-point lead for Valpo. It's their largest lead of the game, 1:30 till halftime. Haynes to his right to Sykes. Sykes comes back near left, Mayo. On the arc to Max Picard. Picard to his right, Moreno in the high post. Moreno hands off to Haynes. He's at the nail. Turn away to his far right corner, Mayo. Mayo reverse back to Haynes. Haynes left wing, drives inside the left arc, into the paint through a pass, but he was fouled, and I believe it's going to be on a pass, not a shot. So it should be only I believe that's the 17th foul, so Haynes will now go to the line, but it should be 1-on-1.
Yeah, Jeff Bellum signaled the 1-on-1. Southern's getting a switch situation, the ball screen, where Valpo's doing switching 1 through 5. They've got Moreno with a guard on him inside, but they can't get it at the proper angle. Give Valpo a lot of credit. Barnes got switched off that time. Man, he denied those passing lanes.
38-18 lead. Haynes first of the 1-on-1 is down the pipe. He'll get another. Haynes this year 36 of 46 at the free throw line. 1:07 till halftime. 38-19. It's been all Valpo. Jalen Haynes at the line right now. Shakes off his left hand and flings it in off of his right hand. 38-20. 18-point lead right now for Valpo. Jalen Haynes comes out of the game. Scott Nagy's already used his use it or lose it timeout here in the first half. Valpo has not. 1:07 left, and Valpo has the basketball as Roger Powell stands near that, just outside the coach's box on that left sideline. As Brown comes down left to right. Brown high left arc in the high post. Reverse out Tornada. Thought about the 3. He'll drive on Moreno. Pass deflected by Kane Hawkins into the hands of Scott Nagy. It will stay with Valpo. 19 on the shot clock. Into the game will be Owen Deese. As Deese in for Servilis. Prince Aligbe will sub in as Prince has got to go and check in first before he just walks onto the floor. Comes in for Jorge Moreno. 19 on the shot clock. It will be Barnes who will inbound. 56 seconds on the game clock, 19 on the shot clock. Brown fell down, and they get in the Tornada. Tornada gets it back to Brown with 16 on the shot clock, 52 on the game clock. Brown straight away, under a minute to go. 18-point lead for Valpo. Deese on the arc, goes low left block. Tornada spins right by Picard, but he was, I guess a foul is going to be called on Max Picard. And Scott Nagy's asking for an explanation because he thought Tornada was the one who hooked him as he spun on the baseline. 43.3 seconds left. It'll be the 16th foul on SIU. Tornada. It should be the 7th, so it's a 1-on-1, I believe. Or are they saying, did he shoot it? It's wide left. He's going to get another. They're going to say it was a shooting foul?
Yeah, just 16
But he was passing the ball. He was not shooting. As Tornada, he was trying to pass it back into the middle lane.
I know Tucker better than you. He was trying to score, but it sure looked like a pass. But, yeah, I don't know how they quite came up with that. Anyway, Southern's got to block out if there is a missed shot here.
So Tornada, second free throw on its way. Got it. Makes it 39-20. 43.3 seconds left in the half, which has been tough, to say the least, for SIU. They trail by 19. Picard to his right, Kane Hawkins on the perimeter. Seahawk down low to Prince, bobbled at his knees, regains control, hip-high dribble with his back on Servillis, goes by him, laid it up off the back of the heel. Rebound loose, tracked down by Mayo. Shot clock reset to 20, 25 on the game clock. 5-second differential. Mayo, low right block, looking for help. No one's going to help him. Underneath the racket, the pass was deflected by Valpo, and then a foul as, Mayo stumbled his way. His low back went to the lower back stanchion, but no one was there to run to the ball to help Damian Mayo. 15.9 stopped on the clock. Servillis picks up the foul, so Mayo will now have, let's call that a shooting foul. Let's give him 2, but this is going to be a 1-and-1. As McNair in, Servillis out, as well as Whitaker out. Well, this is by far Southern's worst first half of the year.
Yeah, it is.
They have not been known to get off to bad starts like this, but this is as bad as it gets. 39-20. Mayo, free throw line left, swirled off. Rebound Barnes. Valpo will have at least a 19-point lead, if not more. Brown at the midcourt stripe with 10. He's on that shield with 8. Brown dribbling knee-high with 6. Around a D screen. To his left, looking for D's with 4. With 3. Drives on Kane Hawkins. Fade away from the Valley Techs, left it way short. And SIU gets the rebound. 39-20. Valpo at the half. Our Built Ford Tough, powered by MediaCom halftime is next. The Saluki basketball from Learfield.
If you love the outdoors like I do, then you'll love Southern Illinois. But the indoor activities are also great. I'm Luke Walsh, and I'm proud to play for Saluki men's basketball. In this region, there's nothing like the fans and community support, and one of the biggest supporters is Banterra. It's why I'm glad to be a customer. I opened my account online, and their Saluki Visa debit card supports SIU scholarships and athletics. That was an easy win for me. Banterra Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
The Orthopedic Institute of Southern Illinois has the most highly trained team of orthopedic, spine, and podiatric surgeons, including interventional pain management. From sports medicine to neurosurgery, podiatry, and interventional pain, we are committed to providing the very best in diagnoses, treatments, physical and occupational therapy, and rehabilitation to local athletes. Visit OISIL.com or call 618-997-6800. OISI is the official orthopedic provider of Saluki Athletics.
A Saluki tradition since 1896. The SIU Alumni Association is the heartbeat of Saluki Nation. Our legacy is strong. Through events, programs, networking, and scholarships, the association keeps alumni connected and supports our current students. Stay connected and show your pride. Update your contact info at SIUalumni.com. Follow us on our socials. Join us in an event and shop SIU first with the Saluki Market. Once a Saluki, always a Saluki.
Southern Illinois has a new place to party it up or wind down. Introducing Southpaw Bar and Grill in Murfreesboro. With 22,000 square feet and a full kitchen, they have everything you need to make the most of your lunch, dinner, or night out. Burgers, wings, and barbecue are their speciality. It's the all-new Southpaw Bar and Grill. Check them out on Facebook or find them at the corner of Route 127 and the Ava Blacktop. Now open Sunday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. to midnight and 10:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Southpaw Bar and Grill, the official Saluki watch party destination of Murfreesboro.
On the Saluki Sports Network from Learfield, this is the Built Ford Tough Halftime Show, powered by MediaCom. Brought to you by MediaCom, home of extreme and 1 gig internet speeds. Also brought to you by your Illinois Ford dealers and the F-150, proud sponsors of your Southern Illinois Salukis.
39-20. Is the halftime lead for the Valpo Beacons as we welcome you back to the Built Ford Tough, powered by MediaCom halftime. Love to share a more positive stat sheet with you than the one we're about to dive into here, Coach Watson. And there's multiple things that you can point to. Owen Deese, who averages almost 20 points per game in league play for Valpo. He's scoreless. He's missed all 3 of his shots. But Valpo's bench, they have outscored Southern's bench 33-2, plus 31 in bench points. Paint points are even. 14 of the 20 points for Southern are from the bench. Only 14 of 39 for Valpo is from the bench. But here's the biggest change. Over the last 5 games, and now you can say 6 counting this one, Valpo is shooting 43% from 3. And in Van Terra Center, they were only 4 of 21. And a lot of those threes have not been contested. 6 of 12, 50%. They are shooting 50% from 3, and they are 50% from the floor. And you take away those 12 shots, they'd be, what would that be? They'd be 12 of 16, am I right? Somewhere along those lines. Not pretty. Salukis have trailed by this margin. It's their largest margin. Or the largest margin was 20 when it was 38-18, but hard to think that this was an 8-7 game, and SIU had, and it didn't look good even then at that point, but man, when it got sideways in a hurry.
At 8-7, Southern scored 4 of their 8 points off offensive rebounds. I thought that was a great sign. And, you know, again, this game has been a game of Valpo's 10-11 guys have just been better than Southern's 9. And when their bench scores 33 of the 39, the starters for Valpo's only got 6 points. Trust me, that can get flipped in the second half because Deese is just the really neat thing about Deese is he's not bothered by it. He's fine with his teammates, you know, really taking the load off, and it's really been impressive. Cheney and Pettigrew, they're not pressing. They're doing a really nice job for this Valpo team. They've got good rhythm. The big difference is Valpo's running their offense on the arc and inside the arc. Southern's really laboring outside the arc to move the ball to get anything clean, a clean shot, let alone a second shot. But give Valpo credit, man. Their guys are really playing with great confidence. We've been watching it. They've been 3-3 in their last 6 games. I think you said 3-2 in their last 5. We're seeing why. They're playing with really good purpose on both ends of the floor. They're rebounding great. This is a good Valpo team, and you know, I don't think we have to convince anybody of this, but this team in this first half, man, they clearly were better than Southern's team so far.
They have. I mean, every area. Valpo, a team also, by the way, that doesn't like the run. They're +8 in fast break points, 10-2, and a lot of that's because Southern has 7 turnovers in a low possession game. Points off turnovers, Valpo just +3. Second chance points, as we told you early, those were in favor of Southern, but it just kind of goes to show you, Coach Watson, that rebounding will not tell you everything. Southern is +5 on the offensive boards. Yep. They are +2 overall on the boards. But also the reason they're probably leading the rebounds and why Valpo doesn't have more is they've not missed a ton of shots.
That is correct. And, you know, this doesn't show ugly, but you and I are watching it. When you go 3 of 7 to the free throw line and you're not making open 15-foot shotters with the clock stopped, that just keeps pouring salt onto the wound. And, you know, I'm glad you pointed out the 8 offensive rebounds. That's an area Damian Mayo has 3 of them, and they have rebounds from 4 different guys, which is also a plus. But, man, Southern's got to get some rhythm going on the offensive end. They've got to make Valpo's defense labor. And so far, Valpo's defense, they're playing hard, and they're getting the loose balls, and they're in good gaps, but they are not laboring by any stretch of the imagination.
How about this for their bench? Justice McNair off the bench, +18 when he's on the floor. Isaiah Barnes, +18. Tucker Tornada, +14. This is literally a game. This is a flip of the script from game 1 in Van Terra to now game 2 here at Valpo.
Yeah, and you know, we mentioned it earlier, and I always call it the great equalizer. Sickness and injuries are going to change the complexity of teams. It's changed in Southern. We can't have 20 points sitting on the bench and expect this thing to be a smooth running machine. But all that said, it's a great opportunity for people that want serious starter minutes. You're getting them, and let's just hope that even in this type of game, it's going to prove out to help us as we go along in this season.
SIU, their best scoring run was a 5-0 run that was with about 4:30 to go, and that was near that 4-minute mark when you made the point of, all right, it's at 16 right now. You have a chance to possibly, if you just go on a good run here at the end of the half, to get it to single digits. It clearly did not go that way. And how about Valpo? A 20-0 run. And that was in the midway point of that first half.
Yeah, Southern goes on a major scoring drought where they were neither getting their first shot or even getting second shot opportunities. And, yeah, can't do that this time of year on the road against a good team that's playing well with their head up.
We don't have a good one here tonight right now, but there are some good ones in the Valley. Paxton Guy, we'll get to that in our scoreboard update when we come back. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Looking to make your farm and rural life dreams a reality? Contact Farm Credit Illinois, where local staff support farm families, rural communities, and agriculture throughout the Saluki Nation. As a cooperative owned by its borrower members, Farm Credit provides farm financing, crop insurance expertise, and lending for rural homes and country living. Farm Credit Illinois, helping farm families succeed today and tomorrow.
Southern Illinois, during every season, what matters most is having a team you can depend on. A cancer diagnosis means it's time to lean on professionals with the expertise in personalized plays to guide you forward one powerful step at a time. Your home team is here. SIH Cancer Institute, advancing care for our communities. Learn more at sih.net/cancer.
Anyone can slap a logo on a shirt, but your branded apparel isn't just merchandise. It's your reputation walking around town, your team's identity, and your company's handshake before you even say hello. At Silkworm, we understand that when you put your name on something, it better be perfect. Because at the end of the day, we're not just printing shirts, we're protecting what you've built. And that deserves more than an algorithm and a prayer. Silkworm, quality orders, on time, delivered with awesome customer service, the human way.
Samron Midwest Contracting is the region's first choice for construction services. Since 2003, Samron has completed thousands of projects for various customers across the tri-state area. Whether it's a commercial project, an asphalt parking lot or driveway, or commercial or industrial concrete, Samron has you covered and offers flexible financing options. For more information, visit samron.com. Samron Midwest Contracting, proud supporter of Saluki Athletics.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Southern Illinois University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Paxton Guy back on the Built Ford Tough halftime, powered by Mediacom. Southern in a 19-point hold, 39-20. They trail Valparaiso. Elsewhere around the league tonight, 17 seconds left in Peoria. Bradley is clinging to a 69-68 lead over Indiana State. Drake, 3:45 left in Des Moines. They look like they're about to end Murray State's 12-game winning streak. They're up 86-76. Again, 3:45 left in that one in Des Moines. About to tip off in a minute or two in Normal. It's Northern Iowa and Illinois State. Top 25, Big Ten tonight, number 11, Illinois, well on their way to beating Maryland. They're up 89-67, under a minute left in Champaign-Urbana. Later, it's number 1, Arizona and Cincinnati, number 7, Nebraska and Washington, and number 8, Gonzaga and Pepperdine. Number 22, North Carolina, no problems with Notre Dame tonight, 91-69. It's the Built Ford Tough halftime, powered by Mediacom. Southern trails Valparaiso 39-20. It's Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
SIU has rare dual recognition, one of only 21 universities out of nearly 4,000 nationwide honored by the Carnegie classification. We are a Research One university, driving innovation and discovery. We are also an opportunity university, opening doors and helping all students succeed. Less than 1% of universities hold both honors, and SIU is the only one serving a rural region. That makes Salukis unique, a community defined by excellence, access, and opportunity. Support the research that changes lives and the scholarships that expand access. Visit siuf.org/give.
Your holiday decor is down and suddenly your house looks very January. Kohl's can help you bring the spark back. No twinkle lights needed. Save on bedding that feels like a snow day. Decor that'll boost the mood. And Shark vacuums because, yes, you're still finding pine needles. Get an extra 15% off some of your faves store-wide. And beat those winter blahs at Kohl's. Select styles. Offer ends January 25th. Some exclusions apply. Coupons do not apply to Shark. See store or Kohls.com for details.
On the Saluki Sports Network from Learfield, this has been the Built Ford Tough Halftime Show, powered by Mediacom. Also brought to you by Banterra Bank. Apply for your Banterra Saluki Visa debit card today. Stop by Banterra to learn more. Member FDIC. And by Mediacom, home of extreme and 1 gig internet speeds. Now, with the call of the second half, here is the voice of the Salukis, Luke Martin.
Time to get to our Woodard Wellness halftime adjustments. 39-20 lead for Valpo over SIU. Halftime adjustments are brought to you by Woodard Wellness Group. Call for your courtesy consultation, 529-4545, and see if Dr. Woodard can get you back to health. 529-4545. Dr. Brian Woodard is a certified chiropractic sports physician.
There are many adjustments have to be made, obviously, when you're down 19 and things look pretty hopeless. It starts with undoubtedly playing for your teammates, diving on the floor, making sure that everybody knows you're playing for one another in this game, and that you don't give up and you play with fight. That's one. Secondly, specifically on the floor, you make sure that you fight on the defensive end. You don't let Valpo run their offense on the arc. They've got to run it up what we called in the logos. You got to continue really, and even this is an adjustment, you got to really continue to battle the rebounds and keep going hard the offensive boards. This is a game about personality and really showing spirit and fight for your teammates. And you, above all, you are playing for those seniors. You want to make sure that when you're going down, baby, you're going down fighting.
We've been a part of some pretty crazy comebacks in our time together. I hope this can be another one that we can add to it. It will be Saluki ball to start the second half, and it is the original starting five for SIU as well for Valpo. Again, the starters for Valpo only had 6 points combined in the first half, and they lead it by 19. Drew Steffi bounced past Jalen Hayes, straight away with 24 on the shot clock. Rollins, it's a hard screen for Haynes. Haynes reversed back out, Mayo, off-ball foul. There was a hold by Cheney on Rollins Aligbe. So that foul will go on Cheney. And it's the first foul on Valpo here in the second half. Haynes will trigger it in on the BN Beacons in gold on that Brown baseline. Overheads quickly to Mayo at his shoulders. Bounce past Prince at the Valley, text in Brown. Backs his way in. Shot fakes to his right. Goes back up to his left, but he traveled. And it's a turnover on SIU.
Rollins had his left shoulder, could go over the top. He likes his left hand. I'm sorry, Prince. Prince likes his left hand, though. It was a good call by Jeff Malum. He caught that switch of pivot foot.
39-20, 19-point lead and a turnover to start off the second half. 8 now in the game for SIU. Whitaker high on that near wing for Valpo. Straight away, Tupuola. To his right, Cheney. Cheney around a Tupuola screen. Lobbed it up for him. He saved it baseline right. No one tracked him, and he dunked it. Nobody went to him, and Tupuola just dunks it in. 41-20.
Part of the offense for Valpo is they're allowing Tupuola to reverse the ball, and it's free ends. It's 5-on-4, and they just run it right on the arc.
Straight away, Aligbe. Rollins Aligbe. To his right, Steffi. Right baseline. Spins by Pettigrew. Bounce past Rollins. Threw it away, but Haynes saves it off the ricochet. Skip to Steffi near corner. 3 on the way as he falls down again, and it will give the foul to Whitaker, and Steffi will go to the line to shoot him.
It's not this simple, but as a talking point, it was my point in the reason why Tupuola is going to be a real key factor in this game, even though you say, well, come on, man, he didn't even score. But the problem is when you play back off of him, he can run the ball right on the arc, and then all of a sudden the guards just drive right inside the arc, and you're just playing catch-up.
Steffi, his first free throw is in. He'll have 2 more. He's now got 8 points to lead all Salukis. Steffi wipes off his hands on his maroon shorts. Multiple hip-high dribbles. His second one on its way. Rainbow arcing him down. And this is where he can make hay. And needs to for SIU. One, not to try to get back into this game with the clock stop, but more importantly, just try to get points. Steffi makes all 3 free throws. He's down to double figures with 10. As Cheney walks it down with Haynes picking up at the midcourt stripes. Scott Nagy watches with hands on knees of those khaki pants. Whitaker high on the near wing. Open shot from the free throw line. Won't go. Pettigrew on the putback. They're going to say no shot. He was fouled on the rebound attempt.
It's frustrating to watch Valpo just continually run the game on the arc, get inside the arc. We're giving Valpo an opportunity to get an offensive rebounding angle.
Prince Aligbe was the one who got whistled for the foul. 3 for Deese goes. I think it was a 2. So it's a 2 for Deese. That's his first 2 points of the game. As SIU comes down trailing by 20. Haynes nearly lost the dribble out of bounds. Goes to Prince on the near arc to Steffi. Steffi to his left. Rollins Aligbe high on that brown arc. Bounce pass Haynes. Stumbling for an 18-footer. Rimmed off. Deese nearly got the rebound. It was last touched. Actually, it was last touched by Southern. But Roger Powell's not going to burn a silly challenge at this point. 18:21 on the clock. It will be SIU ball. Haynes looking to trigger it in. Steffi's open near short corner. Backs his way into the near corner behind the arc. Angles his way near elbow. Bounce past Prince on the perimeter. Prince to his left. Hands off with Mayo. Mayo high left arc. One hands it back to Steffi. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Haynes spinning. Open all the way to the rack into the chest of Pettigrew, and he fouled him. And going to the line. Pettigrew looked like he got all ball, but he may have gotten some of Haynes' body in. I think that's exactly what Michael Greenstein was saying as he came out with a foul. But Haynes will go to the line, and it will be the 3rd team foul here on Valpo in the early going in the second half.
I talk about mismatches a lot. It's a situation that would really be successful for Southern after Jalen makes his first free throw. I'm going to kind of finish my thought here in a second.
As Haynes, that brown charity stripe line with the few Valpo students, only 3 of them are standing to try to give him the miss. Makes his first.
Because Valpo switches everything, if they just made one ball, send it to one side, bring it back a ball reversal, run a 2-man game with the smallest player on the floor, even if it's Whitaker, where you're going to switch off of Rollins, they'll get a 2-man game or a lob dunk and a 2-man side every time if they'll do it.
Haynes pushed it too strong, battling for the board off of Damian Mayo and to Valpo. So Haynes split him 43-24, 19-point lead. Southern hasn't had the single digits ever since that 20-0 run halfway through the first half. They pressure, trap, Cheney, threw it through Deese's legs, ball loose on the baseline, and he touched the ball as he was out of bounds. It's SIU ball as that full court pressure works. Turnover on Valpo, only the 3rd turnover on the Beacons.
Another example where Southern's pressure really gives teams trouble. It's really a deceptive pressure. Good defense by Southern.
43-24, 19-point lead. Steffi near corner. Whips it over his head to Rollins Aligbe. Hands off at the nail or at the elbow to Haynes. They go back out Mayo. Now Haynes has it on the near arc. Haynes with Whitaker in front of him. Haynes reversed to Rollins. Bobbled it right at his chest to his left. Steffi on the back door. Lay-in goes. Drew Steffi going baseline left to lay that one in. And Steffi now with 5 points in the second half. He's got 12 in the game. 43-26. 17-point lead for Valpo. Deese high on that right arc. Bounce past Pettigrew. Pettigrew pushed out. They come the trap. Prince went in and fouled him. Or in his cylinder. Excuse me. He was in his cylinder. They're not going to say he hacked him. Coach Nagy is arguing with it and trying to also get some energy with his team.
That's exactly what he's doing. Really good to see Coach doing that. I mean, that's what you mean. He can take or leave that call. He needs his team to know he's fighting, and that'll show those young guys on the bench. You got to keep fighting.
Prince Aligbe, 2 fouls now. Or I'm sorry, they actually flipped that. They put it on Damian Mayo. That's Mayo's first. So it was Mayo who was in his cylinder. Baseline right on the left side of the floor. It's Valpo leading by 17. SIU hasn't led since the 14:43 mark in the first half. Tupolo wide open on the right arc. Hands off with Brown. Brown backpedals near the V in Valpo at midcourt. To his right, Dees in front of Valpo's bench. Overheads at top of circle, Pettigrew. Post entry feed and a foul on Mayo.
That switch makes no sense. Southern's ball screen and switching with a guard. Brown's about 40, 30 feet from the basket. They're switching Rollins. It's a pointless switch. And that's an area where Southern's got to get – you don't clean that up tonight, but you get this cleaned up certainly tomorrow. It's ridiculous to switch Rollins out on a guy at 30 feet and let them go big little inside, get a foul on Mayo.
Brown whips it over to Whitaker, catches on the V in Valpo to his right. Brown looking for Tupuola down low on that right block. They come back to Dees straightaway with 15. Dees on the smaller Haynes with 13. Straightaway Pettigrew to his right on the right arc and right of the bend. Brown near left wing. Dees lost it, but he traveled. And it's a turnover. 43-26, 17-point lead.
Maybe Coach Herron's right. Maybe it did come too easy for them that first half, but they're still up 17. Southern's got to make hay on all these miscues. Who knows, man? Let's see if they can get a bucket and a stop.
Drew Steffi on the near arc. Straight away, Damian Mayo. 22 on the shot clock. Mayo to his right to Jalen Haynes. Right of the bend. Looks to his left. Left of the bend is Prince Aligbe. Straight away now, Prince with 15. Low right block, Rollins Aligbe. Pass from Mayo. Goes spinning into the chest of Tupuola. Went right back out. Drew Steffi at the shield with 8, now 7 on the near arc with 5. Steffi with 4, 3 on the way, is short. Ball tracked down in the loose corner to Whitaker. He falls down on his back. He doesn't have possession of it, and now they're going to say jump ball, possession arrow, Valpo. But, man, why didn't Rollins just go up and score?
Well, he knows he's a shot blocker. He didn't have a good angle. I can get that one. But once they had that switch that I was talking about, and you got the big guy out on Drew, Drew's got to come right back, reverse his dribble, post up Rollins. When he goes against a non-shot blocking guard, get him a catch, plenty of time on the shot clock, and get a bucket. They had Valpo's defense all the way near the Lake Michigan.
McNair will inbound, baseline underneath their own basket. Southern showing a lot of pressure here. Barnes gets the inbound. They try to trap him. He bounces it back, McNair near side to his right, Brown. Brown with 21 on that shot clock now, slows it down with 18. Brown high on that right arc to his left to Barnes. Barnes straight away with 14. To his right, Servillas. Servillas lowers his shoulder in on Drew Steffi, kicks near corner Brown. Now it's back to McNair. Brown will take it out of the corner with 6. Now 5 at the shield with 4. Near left arc with 3. To his right, Servillas with 2. 3 on the way with 1, and he rims it off. Ball knocked away by Tupuola, and it comes to SIU and Damian Mayo. Steffi just inside the near Brown arc. Goes to his left, Rollins Aligbe. Rollins nearly shuffled his feet off the Prince Aligbe. Left block extended. Prince on the perimeter to Jalen Haynes. Haynes one-hands it back to Steffi. Steffi bounced past to Prince, takes his man on and laid it in. Prince Aligbe, he's got 5 points down in the game. His first field goal in the second half, 43-28. 15-point game. Southern, they have trailed by as many as 21 here in the second half. Far right corner, Brown navigates through on the Valley Texan Brown. Barnes catches at his ankles on the near wing. Tupuola in the post. Tupuola lobbed it back out to Brown on the right arc. 9 on the shot clock, now 8. Brown to his right with 6. Snakes his way, lost it. Steffi up ahead, Haynes. It's 2-on-1. Haynes dished off to Prince, knocked away. Ball loose on Tupuola's butt. Haynes goes in to force a jump ball, and it's going to be Southern ball. But, man, SIU had a key transition opportunity and couldn't come away with it. But it was once 21. It's now down to 15. Little victories here. Saluki Nation with 15-10 to go. It's a 43-28 lead for the Valpo Beacons. Farm Credit Illinois, supporting rural communities and farm families with reliable, consistent credit, crop insurance expertise, and rural first lending for country living. Farm Credit Illinois, helping farm families succeed. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Woodard Wellness Group is the official chiropractor of Saluki Athletics. Woodard Wellness Group, located in Carbondale, offers chiropractic services and sports medicine to provide relief from neck and back pain and many other stress-related conditions. The all-new Pro Adjuster is a breakthrough in healing, which uses gentle chiropractic care along with advancements in computers and engineering technologies to evaluate patients' needs. The staff applies Pro Adjuster data and their expertise to then discuss treatment plans with patients. With the help of this modern technology, making you feel better just got easier with Woodard Wellness.
Life is full of moments, both big and small, each a chapter in your own unique story. Through the everyday and extraordinary, First Mid is here to help shape every page. Beyond banking services alone, we're a valued partner and advisor with the guidance and resources for living your best life. So, whether you're buying groceries, budgeting your dream kitchen, planning for retirement, or protecting your life's work, think First. First Mid. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Ron Romwood Chevrolet in Heron makes it easy to shop online anytime. Shop our entire selection of new and pre-owned vehicles from anywhere. And with new inventory arriving daily and special Romwood pricing, our team will always have a deal waiting for you. It's so simple to find your price, get pre-approved, and drive home today. So check us out online at RomwoodChevy.com and we'll send you home happy. And go Dogs!
101.5 CIL FM, your number one for all of today's hit music, which is all on Mike Reese's playlist. We know is the songs he always listens to here on CIL FM. Of course, your home and flagship home for Saluki basketball. Well, good news. Southern did. They've cut into the lead 43-28. And, you know, I know the game that we always go to, obviously, is the road game at Murray State that we were together. But also earlier this year, Southern was down 20. Now, that was more towards the tail end of the first half and more time to go. But they got it to a tie game with about just at that under 8-minute media mark. Not saying it's got to get to that point here tonight. Now, that would be fantastic. But as long with each media timeout, you keep chipping at least a possession or two away. When you get to the end, you may have a shot.
Southern starters will log heavy minutes this second half, I believe. They can keep on this run.
Haynes will inbound baseline left of Southern's basket on the right side of the floor. Mayo corrals it in, and it goes to Drew Steffi on that Valpo shield. 15:05 to go in the game. SIU trails 43-28 with the ball. Steffi on the near arc. Ball fakes to his left. Comes near right corner. Damian Mayo. Rollins wants the ball. They won't give it to him. They skip it to Steffi. High left wing. Steffi to the far left corner. Back to Haynes on the left arc. Post entry feed. Prince spinning low left block. Muscles it up and in. No, just off the front. Can't get to go, but he was fouled. He'll have 2 free throws. And imperative for SIU to make Valpo pay at the free throw line, which is how Valpo stayed in the game against SIU back in Banterra Center on January 1.
Southern has got to recognize the big on little switch, create a two-man game, clear out the top side with just some false movement to get them out of that help side, and Southern can get buckets around the rim.
Prince of League May takes a big deep breath, spins that leather basketball in his hands. It's up off his right hand and down it goes. He's got 3 points in the second half, 43-29. Prince can make this a 13-point game after it was once 21. Valpo has only scored 4 points here in the second half. Prince taking his time. Eyes up there. Slight knee bend off the back of the rim, off the Damian Mayo, and a foul on Damian Mayo on the clear out. Scott Nagy is talking to Jeff Malum. He thought Mayo just out-physicaled everybody. And that's Mayo's third foul all here in the second half. 43-29. It would have been 2 points to cut it to 12.
Like the way Damian's going. I love the way he's playing tonight in that respect. He's really going after the ball. He's fighting.
Brown to his right, McNair. Pressure here by SIU. They've yet to trap. Brown to his right, McNair. They nearly trap him at the stripe. Back to Brown in the backcourt with 22. Got across to McNair with just 1 second to spare. Brown looks to his right to Roger Powell in front of Valpo's bench on the left side of the floor. Tornado to his right, Servilis. Servilis around a Tornado screen, looking for Tornado, who got switched off on the Damian Mayo. Barnes straight away, comes to a jump stop in the lane, got blocked by the rim, and SIU comes down left to right. Here come the Salukis. One's trailing by 21. It's down to 14. Rollins downhill, up with his left hand, off the back of the rim. Haynes has the board. Haynes in traffic, one hard dribble, near wing Steffi, 3 on the way, short, rebound Tornado. Tornado will come down right to left here for Valpo. They lead it by 14. Brown high on that right arc in those gold Nike sneakers. Lost it. Rollins has it for SIU. Beats Tornado to the rack. Got the bucket and the foul. Rollins Aligbe with a big scream and yell as he bangs that maroon jersey up against Jalen Haynes. And Rollins Aligbe equals his total from the first half of 2. Now he's got 4 in the game, a chance to make it 5. Rollins yells to that bench and says, let's go, fellas. 43-31, 13:57 to go in the game.
The entire starting 5 just checked in for the bench for Valpo. Southern's going to play heavy minutes with their starters. They have to in this game tonight.
Rollins, free throw line right here in front of us. His first trip to the line tonight, 64% on the year, and he completes the three-point play. 43-32. It was once 21. It's down to 11. Cheney shoved into the corner. Up ahead, Deese. Deese past the timing stripe. High right arc. Takes on Mayo. Into the lane. Up with his hand. Swirled off. Ball loose. Tipped by Tupuola. Can't go. And Prince Aligbe gets the rebound. And here we go. SIU, they've not been in single digits since the 20-0 run halfway through the first half for the Beacons. Haynes to his left. Haynes, Cheney, guarding him, eye on his hip, attacks him all the way to the rack, high off the glass for two! Jalen Haynes and SIU, they've come back, at least they've got the single digits. It's down to 9, they trap Cheney, backpedaling, far right corner, loose, stripped away, SIU's got it. Damian Mayo in the short corner, bounce past Prince, open, dunk was missed off the front of the rim, and Tupuola and Valpo get it back. Whitaker. High on the sideline left, 43-34, 9-point lead for Valpo. It was once 21, and now Mayo picked up his 4th foul, and he's got to go to the bench. Oh, but Prince just whiffed on a dunk. And all he had to do was just finish. And that would have brought it to 7, just over 13 minutes. But, man, what a difference we've seen here in the second half. Salukis have outscored Valpo by 10, 14-4. And they've got it to single digits again, 9, but they need multiple stops, and they're going to have to do it without arguably their best defensive player, Damian Mayo. Cheney in the Pettigrew, into the chest of Picard, goes up uncontested, put it in.
About to say it's a big substitute for Max Picard. He's got to come have a presence here, and right away they went through his chest to score.
Rollins to his left, Jalen Haynes, high on the left arc. Haynes backpedals, bounce pass back to Rollins. Steffi catches with Whitaker, closing out hard on Steffi with 14. Low right block extended as Prince Aligbe with 10. Lowers his shoulder in on Whitaker to a jump stop at the Valley Tex. Pass deflected out. Not a clear passing lane to Jalen Haynes, but it's 6 seconds on the shot clock. 45-34. It was cut to 9 after it was once 21. SIU will inbound in front of their bench. And it will be Max Picard. As they finally blow the whistle. Picard in the Jalen Haynes sideline left, top of the key with 5, with 4, straightaway 3 with 2. Haynes rims it off, ball off to Whitaker and Valpo. Right to left comes Whitaker and Valpo. They lead it by 11. Whitaker high right arc, finds Pettigrew straightaway with 22 on the shot clock. Cheney on the near left wing, to his right, Tupuola in the very high post, and the closest man to him is Rollins, and he's at the restricted arc. Deese all the way low left block, high off the glass for 2. Owen Deese, he scored all 4 of his points here in the second half, and Valpo, after it was cut to 9, they've increased it to 13.
When you don't guard the big guy, they allows them to play 5-on-4, and the ball just goes in the arc every time where Valpo's at their best.
Rollins, high post, deflected away but fouled by the Beacons. It will be the 6th team foul here on Valpo. 1 away from getting in the bonus. We're at our under 12-minute media timeout. Well, it was 15 at our last. They cut into it, but Southern had a chance to make it 7 at the 13-minute mark, and a missed dunk by SIU. And it's back to a 13-point game, 11:52 to go. Vogler Ford is committed to being your service destination for life. With a fast and friendly service department, an online parts business that ships parts all over the country, you can get what you need wherever you need at VoglerFord.com. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Hi, Ameren, Illinois home energy expert Matt Minster here to share how easy saving energy around the house can be. Matching the right size pot to the right size burner can save you up to $36 a year. You can save up to $55 a year by turning off the TV when you leave the house. And switch to LED light bulbs to save up to $75 per year. Discover more tips and rebates at AmerenIllinoisSavings.com/ways to save. Some restrictions may apply.
Life is full of moments, both big and small, each a chapter in your own unique story. Through the everyday and extraordinary, First Mid is here to help shape every page. Beyond banking services alone, we're a valued partner and advisor with the guidance and resources for living your best life. So, whether you're buying groceries, budgeting your dream kitchen, planning for retirement, or protecting your life's work, think First. First Mid. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Dive into the authentic flavors of Mexico at Tequila's Mexican Restaurant. From sizzling fajitas to mouth-watering enchiladas and the freshest guacamole in town, Tequila's brings you an unforgettable dining experience. And don't forget our signature margaritas, crafted to perfection. located right in the heart of Southern Illinois. Make sure to visit Tequilas at their locations in Carbondale, Marion, DuQuoin, and Carterville and enjoy the authentic taste of Mexico.
Back here at the Arc, Valpo once led it by 21. SIU cut it to 9 and had a chance to make it 7, but a missed bunny by the Dogs, and now Valpo has increased it back to 13 with 11:52 to go. Get all of our broadcast stream, of course, on the Varsity Network, and we sent it out to our social media channels. And I was just telling you in our break, Coach Watson saw a comment from Australia. Marcus Timmons was listening in to the broadcast. Don't know if he's still listening, but cool to hear from a guy. Let's just say you want to talk about a guy that would clean up the boards. He'd do that and then some.
Marcus, we need you, brother. Come on out. Catch a quick flight. Catch the last half of this game. Now I'm forced to smile. I know Marcus is watching this. So, Marcus, we miss you, brother.
Yeah, you do need a smile ball. You know, SIU has the basketball right side of the floor. 13-point lead for the Beacons. Haynes on the back door, hesitates. Still hesitating. Finally goes up, left it way short. Moreno's got the offensive board. Moreno up with a hook shot off the back of the rim. Ball loose. Picard has it. Picard ripping it away. He's still got low right block. Back out Moreno. And now Haynes on the near arc. Shot clock down to 13. It did reset to 20. Haynes near arc. Picard. Picard on the perimeter. Back to Haynes with 8. Haynes on the perimeter with 6. Looking with 5. Moreno high post with 4. Handoff with Steffi. Steffi, runner, left of the hashes. Nothing but net. Drew Steffi. He's got 7 in the second half. He's got 7 in each half. 14 total in the game. Back to 11. Right to left comes Cheney and Valpo. They once led by 21. SIU trying to claw back. They've been as close as 9. Deese on the perimeter, who's got all 4 points. He averages 20 per game in the Valley. He's got 4 all in the second half. Tupuola to Whitaker, and a late shove there by Southern, and it's going to be a foul on the Salukis. 10:55 left on the clock. Drew Steffi. That's Steffi's third. It'll be the 16th foul on Southern, so one more, and Valpo will be in the bonus. Both teams will be in the bonus on the next team foul either side. Prince out of the game as Davion Sykes subs in. Whitaker straight away, Tupuola. Fake to his left for Deese, and he's looking to his right and goes back to Cheney, who stands on the Valpo shield with 10. Now it's under 9. Down to 8, finds Pettigrew on a cut to his right, dished off Tupuola on a dunk. Left to right comes SIU. They trail by 13 as Jalen Haynes high on the left arc. Off to Davion Sykes. One hands at the Steffi, catching at his hip with 23 on the shot clock. Steffi shoved off his man Whitaker. Steffi to his left, back to Jalen Haynes. Tries to get downhill. Right elbow extended. Extra pass, Sykes. Man fell down, Cheney. Sykes goes up. He was fouled, but he left the shot short. And he'll head to the line. He'll have 2 shots here with 10:16 stopped on the clock. 49-36 lead for Valpo.
Nice strong move by Davion Sykes. He was able to keep his body control. A lot of contact inside. He gave some. He took some. Southern needs these free throws. This thing's doable. If you keep it the number as there is minutes in the clock in terms of the deficit, you always got a chance.
Sykes waits, flings it up there as that Nike ball, and he rims it off to the right. Sykes started off the year so red hot. He had the best plus minus on the team heading into league play. He's scoreless here tonight. His second free throw is up towards the rim, rimmed off to the left, and it's taken away by Deese and Valpo. 2 critical misses there by SIU to try to make it 11. Here's pressure by Max Picard. Cheney gets right by him. Oh, that was nearly a carry, no call. Cheney staying on the A and Valpo, and Brown typing. To his left on the perimeter to Pettigrew. To his right, Deese. Deese, far right corner, backs his way near Valpo's bench. Ball fakes as he picks up his dribble. Now it's Tupuola. Tupuola looking for Cheney on a dribble handoff. He curls. Tupuola's open again, but he threw it right to Jalen Haynes, staying in front of Tupuola. Middle of the floor is Haynes. Beats Pettigrew to the rack, nearly dunked it, just lays it in. Gets it right off the window, and a timeout by Scott Nagy. He'll still have 2 timeouts left. It's our first coach-called timeout here in the second half. Haynes now with 7 points, 5 of his 7 here in the second half. 49-38, SIU trails as they're trying to come all the way back. If they're trailing by as many as 21, this is Saluki basketball from their field.
Right now, the doors are closed, but springtime is just around the corner when Giant City Lodge reopens for the season Friday, February 6th. February 6th, you can once again bring family and friends and enjoy true homestyle cooking and hospitality at its best. Let your friends at Giant City Lodge serve your next meeting or special event in an atmosphere found nowhere else in Southern Illinois. Giant City Lodge, reopening Friday, February 6th. Longtime proud supporters of the Salukis. Go Dogs!
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
You work hard to keep your car running and your home safe, so it makes sense to keep them protected with a company that has your interests at the heart of what they do. That's why turning to Country Financial for car and home insurance is an easy choice. Country Financial has been providing insurance and protecting families like yours for 100 years. That's the kind of stability you can trust. Our dedicated reps live and work right in your community and are ready to connect with you to get insurance that fits your needs. Get more for your car and home insurance at countryfinancial.com.
Nikki Rischel of Coldwell Banker Prime Realty is the official realtor of Saluki Athletics. Visit Nikki today in Carbondale or contact her at 618-713-5353 to find your forever home. Well, I told you I was going to use this nugget on the air tonight, and I kind of forgot. I was going to do it back in the pregame, but kind of lost track, 49-38. What do you think happened on this date in Saluki basketball history in 1974? Coach Watson.
Ooh, you're going back now.
Going back.
Golly, man, oh man.
Walt Frazier's jersey officially retired.
It was about time.
In 1974, Frazier's number 52 retired. That number, of course, a jersey will be retired in just a short amount of time. Mike Glenn's jersey will be retired, which there is, just for those that are wondering, there is a difference between a jersey retirement and a number retirement. So Glenn's number will still be worn, but his jersey will be where it should be, which is in the rafters there in Banterra.
Knicks have an important game against the Nets, so I bet Walt Frazier will be listening to us tonight or watching. I know he pays attention. The face of Saluki basketball.
As Deese gets it into McNair, as Valpo has the basketball. Wish they were trailing by 11, but they lead it by 11. 9:35 to go here in the second half. Cheney hands off McNair to his right to Puola. Goes right back to Cheney. Cheney guarded heavily by Haynes. He keeps his feet right in front of Cheney. Straight away, JT Pettigrew off with 10 on the shot clock to McNair. McNair was outstanding in the first half, 15 points, but none in the second half. Cheney to the rack, hesitates, back out Deese, 4 on the shot clock, 3 on the way. It's long, ball loose, still on the floor. Steffi dives for, up ahead the Sykes, near sideline Haynes. Haynes on the arc. He's got Pettigrew in front, now slows it down. Haynes, near right block extended is Jorge Moreno. Moreno lowers his shoulder in on Tupola. Go to work, Moreno. Spins. Back into the chest of Tupola. Nearly travels. Dished off to Sykes. Low left block. He is fouled and mauled, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots. Sykes just missed 2 free throws, but now he gets 2 more opportunities here. 8:51 on that clock. It's an 11-point game. SIU trails.
It didn't look pretty, but, man, Moreno stayed with it, somehow kept his balance on that big 6'10 guy hanging on him, and really needs Davion to make a couple here.
Davion, eyes up at that rim in that maroon jersey with a Nike leather ball up there and down. Davion Sykes gets his first point of the game.
Perfect rotation, great follow through coming out of his hand.
Picar, Moreno, Sykes at the line, Haynes and Steffi, the 5 on the floor. Sykes rests it right on that right thigh, flings it up off his right hand and rims it in. SIU, they got it down to single digits again, 49-40. Valpo scored 39 points in the opening 20 minutes. They've been held to 10 here in the second half. Cheney zigzagging his way, top of the circle, Pettigrew. Near arc, McNair. McNair to his right, whips Pettigrew. He's open. In front of Moreno, has to pass it back out to Barnes. Now it's McNair. McNair near that left corner, crosses over Steffi, baseline left, got underneath the rim, far right corner Barnes, drives on Picar, got into his face, and it's going to be a block by Picar, but a foul. Scott Nagy just devastated as he went down in frustration to his knees. And it's going to go on Picar, and heading to the line will be Barnes. Barnes this year has only attempted 30 free throws. He's made 22.
The amount of contact in this game, man, that seemed like a nickel dimer on that first bump.
So Isaiah Barnes, free throw line left. His first is up, popped off. Now you can feel a little bit of tension building here with Valpo, as he can only make it a 10-point game. Barnes, free throw line left. Eyes it up there, the righty. It's on its way, popped off, rebound Moreno, and here comes SIU. This is as close as they've been. 8:23 to go till the end of the game. It was once 21, it's down to 9. Sykes straight away with 23 on the shot clock. To his near right. Hands off with Haynes. One-handed to Steffi on the left arc. Steffi high on that perimeter. Finds Haynes open straight away with 15. They go far corner. Picard wants to get it into Moreno. Moreno threw down his man and an offensive foul. I think Cheney, no question, sold it. But Moreno being physical down low makes it a turnover. And again, SIU cannot get through this 9-point threshold.
You had the mismatch you want. You just don't seem to know how to get the angle to make the pass. That's what's unfortunate about that play.
And that's where you really missed Calron House. 49-40, 8 minutes to go here in the second half. As Cheney turned away by Jalen Haynes. Straight away is Pettigrew, guard heavily by Sykes. McNair in the high post. Steffi stays with him. Pettigrew will front Davion Sykes. Goes to the baseline. They trap. Ball loose, out of bounds, and it will be, no, do not challenge it. Do not challenge it. 7:45 left. Steffi was telling the bench to challenge, but don't burn that now. 49-40, 7:45 left in the game. Well, this is our under 8-minute media timeout. We'll take it with them. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Looking to make your farm and rural life dreams a reality? Contact Farm Credit Illinois, where local staff support farm families, rural communities, and agriculture throughout the Saluki Nation. As a cooperative owned by its borrower members, Farm Credit provides farm financing, crop insurance expertise, and lending for rural homes and country living. Farm Credit Illinois, helping farm families succeed today and tomorrow.
When you have a fully connected life and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the internet connection you need. Get 1 gig internet with no data caps, Eero Wi-Fi, equipment and security, plus a 2-year price lock. Visit extreme.com for details.
This holiday season, switch to Mediacom and unwrap a 5G phone on us. Get 2 unlimited mobile lines for the price of 1 and enjoy extra savings on a new internet package. Call 844-4FASTER for details.
Tim Gould Farms in Henry County. He trusts Illinois Farm Bureau to have his back, and so can you.
Farm Bureau has a very large impact on local communities and on the state level. There's different avenues of communications, such as Farm Week, Ag Safety, Ag in the Classroom, scholarship programs. Between an off-the-farm job, the farm, and family, my life without Farm Bureau would feel as though I'm on my own.
The Illinois Farm Bureau Advantage. Impactful advocacy, trusted information, and meaningful developments.
Back here with the Hall of Famer, Ronnie Watson. I am Luke Martin. For 100 years, Vogler Ford's been committed to helping Southern Illinois drivers get the best deals on new Fords. With a great selection and fast and friendly service, we've been Carbondale's one-stop shop for generations. Vogler Ford, we've been steering the way for over a century. Well, this one, we did not sugarcoat it. The first half was about as ugly as it could have been. Southern trailed by as many as 20 in the opening half. They trailed by 19 at halftime. It was 21 within the first 40 seconds of the second half. But since then, SIU has held Valpo to just 8 points, and they've been able to score 20. So a 20-8 run has made it 9. But, man, the Salukis were right at this point, Coach Watson, about 6 minutes ago, and it ballooned right back to round 13. So right now, SIU needs to get defensive stops. And, man, those starters, they have logged heavy minutes, but a key point was Damian Mayo picking up 4 fouls all here in the second half. He's still on the bench. Cheney will inbound. Finds Tupuola, hands off Cheney. 3 on the way with 8 on the shot clock. Off the rim, ball into the short corner in the Rollins League Bay. Here comes SIU. They have not been closer than where they are right now, which is a 9-point game. Steffi, high left wing, bounce past Rollins League Bay. Left elbow extended, pitched off the Sykes, tried to get downhill. One hand's back to Haynes. Haynes shoves at the charity stripe, rises and fires. It's long. Rebound Tupuola. Tupuola comes near side to Cheney. 7:18 to go in the game. 49-40. There's Cheney off behind the perimeter to Pettigrew. To his right, McNair. McNair almost stumbled. Back into the chest of Haynes. Does stumble again. Ball loose on the floor and a jump ball. Possession arrow Valpo. Man, we've had a lot of jump balls tonight.
Yes, we have. And that guys are really getting their hands in. That's a good sign. Such a better second half. I don't care what you say. Man, Southern came out fighting and swinging. They got 7 more minutes. They got to dig in. We got to get Damian back in there at some point.
Tupelo to his right, McNair, and a off-ball foul. I think it's going to be on Sykes going into Cheney, and Cheney's holding his face. I'll be interested to see here if the officiating crew just says it's a common foul or if they want to go to the monitor to see if there's anything more. It will send Valpo to the bonus. It'll be 1-1, and Cheney to the line, and he's only 71%, and they're going to look at to see if it's to take a look. I mean, I did not have a great look at it. I mean, we're almost the furthest possible way you could be here in the gym, but
there was no wind-up. There was a lot of congestion. I understand certainly why they're going to look. Actually, it's good for Southern. Gives them a chance to get to talk about blockouts. And Mayo, now as you talk about, Mayo's subbing in right now as we speak. He's got to play really wise in these last 7 minutes without fouling. But Southern's got to keep mucking this game up, keep getting their hands on loose balls, taking away offensive rebounds. They're doing a really good job with defensive rebounds in this half.
I think it's going to stay a common foul. And it looks, yep, and it will be a common foul. So now they will break those huddles as SIU will be Rollins and Prince of League Bay, Damian Mayo, Jalen Haynes, and Drew Steffi. It is the starting 5 tonight for SIU. Again, Valpo's bench had 33 points all in the first half, 0 here in the second half.
Southern's leading this half in offensive rebounds 4-1. Let's make sure it stays that way after this free throw opportunity.
Cheney scoreless here in the second half. His free throw of a 1-1. Barely even moves the net. Gets it back to a double-digit lead. It's 10. He can make it 11. There's still time here for SIU. They trail 50-40. 7:04 to go here in the second half. There's Cheney at that line. Flings it up off his right hand. Long. Loose board. Haynes can't get it. Then he finally does with Cheney on his back. Up ahead, Steffi. Steffi nearly carried it right of the hashes. Cutting Haynes to the basket, dished off to Prince, and he makes that dunk this time. Prince of League Bay, he's got 5 in the second half, 8 in the game. It's an 8-point game. This is as close as Southern has been since they were down 21. 50-42, 6:45 to go. Steffi, stumbling his way. Bad defensive positioning. McNair beat him. Low right block, goes up for a lay-in. Justice McNair, it's his first 2 points in the second half. He's got 17. 52-42, back to a 10-point game. Steffi bounced past Mayo, who's got 4 fouls. Mayo one-hands to Haynes at his shoulders. Haynes near sideline right, it's a 10-point deficit. Steffi back to Haynes, he lost it again, goes out of bounds, and it will stay with SIU. Man, there's been so much just sloppy ball handling tonight for SIU.
I think the physicality of Valpo is having something to do with that. Give them some credit. They've really gotten into their bodies and in a good way, and Southern's got to make sure they're clean with it.
Jalen Haynes near wing. Off to Rollins of League Bay. So it's a physical screen for Steffi. Steffi in the high post, straight away with 7. Haynes threw it to Rollins. He's open, one hard dribble, then he dunks it in. Rollins of League Bay, he's got 5 in the second half, 7 in the game. 52-44, Southern needs stops. They trail by 8, it was once 21. Cheney, straight away to his right. Finds Tupolo in the high post. Now it's McNair to his left. They nearly trap him. McNair back to Pettigrew, straight away with 15. Pettigrew to his right, Barnes. Barnes trying to go baseline right. Threw it away. Saving it was Mayo. Sideline left, and they will say a foul is going to be on Pettigrew. That's definitely getting in your cylinder as Mayo was coming down. And now Mayo, he will have 1-1. 19 fouls here on Valpo as Damian Mayo to the line where he's got 4 points tonight.
Think about this game, Luke, how it's almost the exact flip of the game in Carbondale on January 1st. Well, all of a sudden, if you're a Valpo fan, you're thinking, uh-oh, we're letting this thing get too close.
52-44. Servillis will sub in. Pettigrew comes out. SIU, no question, played their worst half of the season in the first 20 minutes. And they have come back. They've outscored Valpo by 11 in the second half. Damian Mayo with the first of a 1-1. It's on its way and down, barely even moves the net for Damian Mayo Jr. 5 points in the game, 52-45, 5:44 on that clock.
How big is this free throw to cut it to 6, a 2-possession game in theory? And as you and I know, there is a eternity of time now.
Mayo, big deep breath, shrugs his shoulders, off his right hand, rims off, and the rebound the Dees. And here comes Valpo down right to left. Stays a 7-point game, 52-45, but it was once 21. Whitaker, guarded by Mayo. He's got 4 fouls into a Tupolo screen, fights over. Tupolo in the high post, nearly lost his dribble. Picard denies Dees. Dees to his left, low left block. One hands it out. Servilis catches at his hip. Cheney straight away with 9, now 8. Backs near that Valpo shield with 6. Straight away with 5. To his right with 4. Whitaker far corner with 3. Baseline goes all the way up. He's fouled. Nearly got the bucket to go. And I think that's Mayo, and that's his 5th.
Nope. Going to call it on Haynes.
Okay. Saluki foul on Jalen Haynes. That's his 3rd. Double bonus for Valpo the rest of the game. As Whitaker to the line, 78% on the year. 21 of 27. As Whitaker calmly hoists up the first one and buries it. It's his first point in the game. It's Brody Whitaker. Guy can get hot. He had 19 points in their road game at Murray State. As Whitaker made them both. Increases the lead back to 9. Jalen Haynes near sideline right. Finds Damian Mayo with 5:10 to go in the game. SIU with the ball trailing by 9. Picard, low left block. Mayo into his man. Cheney fell down. They want a flop. They don't get it. Mayo goes back into Cheney again. Haynes, left elbow extended, stuttering his way. Looking and ball deflected and stolen by Whitaker. And here comes Valpo. SIU want a foul. They're not going to get it. The dog pound's got to be careful, staying right behind that Saluki bench, yelling at the officials. Cheney to his right. High right arc. Finds Tupelo straight away with 18. Whitaker, 3 on the way. The righty got it in. Right on cue. He has scored the last 5. Makes it a 12-point game. Jalen Haynes. Hands off Mayo. 4:29 to go in the game. Prince Aligbe on the high post. To his near right to his brother Rollins. Rollins on the back door to Haynes. Bounce past Prince off of his chest out of bounds, but they're going to say it's going to stay with SIU. 4:20 left in the game.
Southern got hurried on the possession before the 3. They just really need to calm down and get what they wanted. They feel like they were frantic, and there's plenty of time.
Haynes near corner. Haynes calmly waits in front of Cheney. Back outside Prince with 6, with 5. Now Mayo with 4. Prince low left block with 3. Goes up off the glass, rims it in. Prince Aligbe, 7 in the second half. He's down to double figures with 10. It's a 10-point lead for Valpo. SIU can now ill afford Valpo to have any positive possessions the rest of the way. Tupuola to his right. Finds Owen Dees. Dees far right corner. To his left, Tupuola. On the near wing, it's Whitaker. Whitaker, who scored the last 5. Tough 18-footer, fading away, can't fall. Here comes Jalen Haynes, left to right, trailing by 10. 3:40 to go in the game. Haynes one hands it to Rollins. To the near corner, Mayo. Mayo still on the perimeter, threw it out of bounds, and Rollins was not in position. And it's a turnover, and it's a 10-point lead for Valpo with 3:31 to go. Keep in mind, the last win that SIU had, they trailed by 9 with about 2:44 left and won it. That was against Belmont. Here there's 3:31 left and they trail by 10. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Oh, did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
How do you earn a tradition of leadership? You put in the work with outstanding towing and hauling. Innovate with smart features like a mobile generator and dominate the game 48 years straight. That's Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, a legacy of excellence. Only at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Available feature. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Ulico Inc., a labor-owned insurance and investment company, is pleased to announce its support of the Egyptian Building and Construction Trades Council at Southern Illinois. Our personal insurance marketplace, Ulico Select, offers insurance products that protect and empower union workers and their families. Our values define us. Wherever union workers work, Ulico Select is on the job. It's for us, all of us. Check us out at ullicoselect.com.
3:31 left in the game. From jerseys to hats and more, fan favorites. Find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. With the coach, Ronnie Watson, I am Luke Martin, Paxton Guy in our network studios. Salukis were at the free throw line with a chance to make it a 6-point game, which would have been a 2-possession game. Right now it's back to a 10-point game. It's 57-47, 3:31 left. And the reason I brought up, well, Saluki fans, we felt in great spots the last 2 games at the under 4. It's clearly not that here. Maybe we can have the reverse of fortunes here in this one, but for Southern to get it done, how are they going to get it done, Coach Watson?
Well, the stat that's staring me in the face right now is the free throw line. Southern's 12 of 21 in this game. It's just not a game where you can afford to give away points to the free throw line. They have so far. You got to get some good possessions. You don't have to be magical, but on the offensive end, you can't play frantic. You got to get what you want. You got to make free throws.
Here comes pressure by SIU. Whitaker in the D's. They trap him underneath the basket, off the Pettigrew in front of Southern's bench. Comes near side. Whitaker still in the backcourt with 25, now 24. Up ahead, Cheney got across off the Pettigrew. Lob for Tupola, but he nearly threw it out of bounds. Haynes doesn't touch it. It goes out, and it's SIU ball. That's where even the pressure, even though they kept running it, Pettigrew and Tupola have a miscommunication. Valpo now, it's their 8th turnover here in the second half. 10-point ball game. SIU trails by 10 with the ball. They trail by as many as 21. Prince of League Bay high post off to Steffi, right off his hands, but out of bounds. It was deflected by Valpo. I think you're right. We got to mention to Coach Nagy of just how he would describe Valpo's ball pressure. They have physically been almost on every catch. And now Haynes, and there's a foul. And that's going to be on Cheney. And that's not going to make Roger Powell happy because that stops the clock. Not even a ticket ticks off. But now here we go. SIU will go to the line, and it's Jalen Haynes to the free throw line. He's 3 of 4 at the line tonight. SIU is a team 12 of 21, 9 of 14 here in the second half. There will be 2 shots for Haynes. Haynes calmly holds that Nike ball in his right hand. At his hip, doesn't even take a dribble, and ripples the rope. Pettigrew and Tupola for Valpo. They will be the low men here on the block for Valpo. 57-48, it's a 9-point game. Haynes can make it 8. Second free throw on its way, rimmed it in. Haynes now, 7 points in the second half, 9 in the game. Here comes pressure. Whitaker gets it in the Deese. Deese nearly trapped, middle of the floor, Cheney. Cheney's got at the midcourt logo, and he comes back outside at the top of the key. Cheney pressured by Haynes. Now 3 minutes to go in the game. 57-49. It's an 8-point lead for the Valpo Beacons, and they have the ball. Cheney to his left, high on the left arc with 13. To his right, Pettigrew. Pettigrew trying to get around a D screen. Pettigrew still with it with 7, now 6. Whitaker straight away with 4, now 3. Pettigrew from the right elbow, shot with 2, off to the left. Rebound the Prince of League Bay and SIU. 2:36 to go in the game. SIU trails by 8. Prince of League Bay high post, getting downhill, trying to get a clear out from his brother Rollins. Now it's Mayo, threw it off the foot of a Beacon, and it will stay with SIU. He was trying to hit Rollins, but I think Mayo could have had a chance to go up and score. Here's Haynes. Baseline left in front of Southern's basket. Rollins has it, looking for Haynes. Finds Haynes. Far left corner. Haynes crosses over. Left elbow, rises, firing. Skid off the front of the rim. Goes off the Pettigrew, and Valpo has it. 57-49. SIU running out of time and running out of possessions. Valpo will milk this thing down. 2:10 to go. Next foul will be the double bonus, so you don't want to foul Whitaker. Whitaker in the high post to Pettigrew, or got a screen from Pettigrew, now goes off to Pettigrew. Pettigrew to his right to Cheney. Cheney on the V and Valpo at 9 on the shot clock. Now 8, 1:54 to go in the game. They lead by 8 with the ball. Cheney to his left, goes downhill, spinning on Steffi, into the paint, back out Whitaker, long 3, and he's fouled. Rollins tripped him, and it'll be 3 shots coming for Whitaker.
You won't like that one when you see it on film. That was
yeah, he sold it.
He sold it all the way. That's when they were calling the flops like crazy. That was all but sticking your leg out. And
Steffi got one on that end back in the first half. Didn't make it, but now Whitaker to the line where he's a 77% free throw shooter. He's 2 of 2 tonight. Just snuck that one over the rim. 58-49. Salukis are going to have to get points in a hurry here and also get stops. And Valpo's got to miss free throws. But Whitaker makes that one. He's now got 7 all here in the second half.
Got to come up with buckets and some quick steals on this press.
59-49, 10-point lead for Valpo. They once led by 21, and they now make it 11 after those 3 made free throws by Whitaker. Jalen Haynes comes down left to right. Haynes goes high left arc to Mayo, back to Haynes far left corner. Haynes and Rollins fell down, and a foul by Deese. And if you're Valpo, that's exactly what you do not want to do, is to send SIU to the line and a chance to score with the clock stopped and to set up their potential press. But Rollins will go to the line. Free throw line right. 60-49 is the score. Valpo trying to win their 4th consecutive home game. There's Rollins high up there, rims it off. That really hurt Southern's chances to try to potentially steal this one late. Rollins awaits. He'll get a second one. The Nike ball off his right hand, bricked them both. Rebound Pettigrew saved out the Tupuola. And now Southern just backs off here as Whitaker comes down right to left. They trail by 11. Now they come in the trap Whitaker, and he got up to Pettigrew. Pettigrew all the way to the rack, and Steffi fouls him. As Pettigrew will go to the line, he's a 72% free throw shooter.
Foul, Drew Steffi, his 4th.
Steffi's 4th. Well, as great of the second half, or I should say as better as the second half was, the first 20 minutes just really inexcusable for SIU.
Too much to overcome, wasn't it?
Pettigrew will have 2 shots. A lot of Valpo fans starting to head towards the exits here with 1:28 left in the game. They lead it by 11. And that one pops off. Again, Salukis will need some late shots to go down. 60-49. Don't tell Roger Powell he's got this game in the bag. Pettigrew, second free throw, rimmed it in. He split him. 12-point game. As Prince and the Jalen Haynes in the backcourt. 1:28 to go. SIU coming on the right side of the floor. Haynes to the rack. Got the bucket and the foul. Man, Roger Powell's just got to be like, what are you doing? Jalen Haynes now 9 in the second half. He's got 11, a chance to make it 12.
Haynes to the line, 1 shot.
Will have 1 shot. Trying to make this a 9-point game. And again, SIU will have their pressure as Rollins will get back and they send Drew Steffi up into the lane.
Southern has 2 timeouts. We'll see how they use them here. Southern's got to have a turnover after this made free throw.
Free throw up for Haynes. Knocks it through.
Oh my.
They're going to burn it now.
Wow, that surprised me. I thought they'd try to use it to stop the clock here in the last minute before it goes to a dead timeout on the made basket. Southern certainly are going to set up their press here with a full timeout.
61-52. Right now the score for the Valpo Beacons. Looking around that Missouri Valley Conference scoreboard tonight, how about Drake? They put up 101 points on Murray State in regulation. 101-90 victors for Drake over the Racers. That's Murray State's first loss in league play. Bradley, they beat Indiana State 75-68, and they are at the break in Bloomington Normal. Illinois State leads Northern Iowa 24-16. Here, though, unfortunately, Valpo leads it 61-52 with 1:21 left.
A team that this Valpo team has not shot the free throws as well as they normally do. They're normally in league play well over 70% as a team. Southern's gotten the right guys to the free throw line. They're shooting about 64%, 65% in this game, but not enough possessions probably. Even though there's normally 1:21, you'd be hearing me saying, 3-possession game, a lot going on here, a lot can happen, but Southern elected to call a timeout when the clock was already stopped after hopefully getting a steal, live ball, getting a bucket, and then calling one. That makes it one more possession tougher to even pull this thing out.
Whitaker will inbound for Valpo. Got to go the length of the floor. SIU setting up their pressure. Whitaker in the Pettigrew, goes right back to Whitaker. Still in the backcourt. They come to trap him. He gets it ahead to Deese. Deese beats it, and they foul. No, and Mayo fouled him. And I know he's trying to save time, but that's going to be Mayo's 5th foul, and that's the last guy you want to foul on Owen Deese.
That's his 5th.
But they did the right thing and making sure that the ball found the hands of the guy that you want to go to the line.
Yeah, I think if you're going to foul this game's best player out, you make him ride to the baseline, put the hands of the officials, even though they're going to get him to the line. But you don't intentionally do it there.
Deese's free throw is in.
I've been as impressed with him tonight as I was in Carbondale because he's not pressing. He's allowing the game to take its own form.
Deese rims in the second one. Back to an 11-point game, 63-52. Haynes downhill, bumped going out of bounds, and man, Valpo is just keeping SIU in the game to go to the free throw line. And they are legit fouls. Jalen Haynes, if he makes both, he would tie the team high in points with Drew Steffi. Haynes calmly hoists up that free throw, rimmed off to the right. Definitely not Haynes' best night. 3 of 13 from the floor. He's 0 for 4 from 3 and 6 of 8 at the line. Trying to make it a 10-point game with 1:10 left, and Haynes does. And a timeout by Scott Nagy. That will be their last timeout.
Illinois.
It'll be a 30.
This is a 30-second team timeout.
Southern's now going to play the steal, and we'll see how many times they decide to foul.
Help the Missouri Valley Conference celebrate 50 years of its men's basketball championship from March 5th through the 8th at Enterprise Center in St. Louis. Get your all-session tickets now and save nearly $25 by calling 618-453-2000 or order online at SIUSalukis.com. Support the Dogs. Experience Arch Madness.
Really like to know what's being talked about in this huddle right now. I don't know if they're talking about later down the road or, these are all situations. And right now you're thinking, okay, everything that happens in a game like this, you're trying to get ready in case it happens in the March Madness in St. Louis.
Whitaker will be the trigger man again as Picard just ran right in the Cheney. Whitaker trying to get in, and they will have to burn a timeout. Now, Valpo still has 2 more timeouts, and the scoreboard's correct.
Southern obviously used that last timeout to set up a full court denial man-to-man pressure. They normally set up into a 1-2-2 type press. I vote that Roger Powell used the 30-second timeout.
he did, as they are still standing. That's how you can always tell when Sam Green and Fox Connor and Joe Earl, when they bring out the stools, that means it's going to be a full timeout. So just watch those guys. SIU tonight winning the rebounding margin. It was a big reason they helped get back to the game, but Whitaker trying to get in again. Comes near side Tupuola, goes back to his right as Whitaker in the backcourt, and a foul by Prince.
That's a bad call. That wasn't even an attempted call.
I know.
Foul wasn't, I get it when officials have to prevent like an injury foul that didn't need to happen, but they weren't trying to foul there.
So Whitaker to the line. All 8 points have come really in the last 8 minutes. He went on a 5-0 run by himself, which got it back to double digits. There's Whitaker, free throw line left, and barely even hit rim. I don't even think that hit rim, just went right down with ease.
Damien's just been the heart and soul of this program the last 2 years. His back end of a 1-and-1 free throw, it could have got the game to 6, was really a turning point at 5:40.
Whitaker rims that one in, all 10 points here in the second half. 12-point game, 1:05 to go. As Valpo, they have fouled Southern almost every time here down in the final 2 minutes. Rollins, 3 on the way, banked it in. Rollins, Olive banks the 3. It makes it 65-56. Whitaker trying to get it in. Threw it to Pettigrew. They can foul him. They didn't get him to him in time. Now Whitaker has it in the backcourt, and he'll burn another timeout. And the officials believe that does not reset the 10-second clock. So I think they will have to tell Roger Powell, you're only going to have 5 seconds.
Timeouts buy you 10.
Okay.
Timeout will buy you the full 10 seconds. Southern's going to have some type of steal on the inbounds pass. With 53 seconds, we'll see how many times Southern wants a foul and put them on the line, making a free throw shooting contest. They won't have very many good options. Gosh, when Tupelo shoots 70% for the season, and and I think he's out of the game, but Valpo will have good shooters in there.
Beacon's trying to improve to 4-5 in Valley play. Southern trying to avoid the drop to 2-7 in the Valley. Saluki's got 2 consecutive wins after that 0-3 start in league play. And now in danger of dropping its 4th straight game. Whitaker stands deep on that baseline. He can only stand in one spot. Comes near side Cheney, still in the backcourt, guarded by Picard and Hawkins. Ball deflected, thrown away. Tupelo can't get it. Now he finally does. Still in the backcourt with the 16. And then a foul by Cheney. It was close. Again, the shot clock was at 25, I believe, when Roger Powell took that timeout. They just got across with about a second to spare. So Cheney to the line.
My question is, was the ball touched in the front court and then touched again in the back court? That's what.
You can go down and ask him.
We can watch it on film later on. I'm sure he'll be on the plane tonight.
Cheney's free throw off. Well, still very slim. Hopes here for SIU. They trail by 9, but missed free throws at least somewhat leave the door open for the miracle of Valpo. Cheney shrugs his shoulders. Rollins comes out. Second free throw up, missed him up wide right. Prince saves it baseline. Up ahead Haynes. 40 seconds left in the game. Hawkins, 3 on the way. See, Hawk got it to go. 3 down for Kane Hawkins. Makes it 65-59. Valpo gets it in the Deese, and there was an issue, I believe, with the clock. I think so. Michael Greenstein yelled out, and now they'll reset it. I don't know what. Was it the shot clock again?
I'm betting on it.
Yep. So now Whitaker could still run baseline despite that stoppage. So Max Picard, Coach Nagy saying guard the ball. 65-59. It's a 2-possession game. Whitaker bouncing around to his right, Deese. Back away to Whitaker. Whitaker in the backcourt with 34. Gets it to Pettigrew, up ahead Cheney. Cheney just missed 2 free throws. They got to foul him. He's got the ball, and Seahawk finally does. There are multiple Salukis around that could have gotten that foul earlier to save you some time at 65-59, and now Cheney will feel a little bit more pressure. You just missed 2 free throws.
Tell you, man, at 28, just when I think that we can just go ahead and click our pin off, man, you just never know.
These are big free throws here for Cheney. Free throw line left. Just missed 2. First one is up and in. Kim Cheney. He's now got 2 points in the second half. They'll have 1 more. It's a 7-point game. But again, if Southern goes quick, have a chance. Caden Hawkins just made his 3rd 3 of the season a moment ago. 66-59. Cheney's second free throw is in. Cheney made them both after missing 2. Haynes near sideline right. Haynes still with it. High left arc. Got to the rack and a block. Wow. And whole Valpo bench, they are all just moaning with every foul and frustration of, man, oh man, can we get to the end of this game?
I wonder when Justice McNair was going to come in this game. This guy's been the player of the game, not even close.
Well, he's definitely been shut out here in the second half outside of 1 shot, and he had to go.
2 shots.
Valpo bench was the story. 33 points in the first half, 2 in the second half.
Call me crazy, but I'm taking my chance with that guy. Boy, as hot as he was in the first hour of this game, I'm going to give him a couple of rips.
Jalen Haynes with 11 points in the second half. He's got 13 here in the game. Free throw is up there and rims it in. He's now tied for the game high at 14 points with Drew Steffi for SIU. Game high is McNair. He's got 17. 67-60. Haynes can make it a 6-point game. 23.6 left. Second free throw is down for Jalen Haynes. It's back to 6. Whitaker will run baseline, finds McNair. McNair near side goes back to Whitaker. Shot clock turned off. Pettigrew, they foul. They try the foul. They don't call it. Now Deese has it, and now they foul Deese. I mean, I'm assuming Southern was trying to foul, and that time they didn't call it. And now Deese will go to the line, who's darn near automatic. 89%. Deese, free throw line left. His first is up there. Oh, he missed it. Wow. Keeps it a 6-point game. 16.6 left. Deese will have another. Nobody is up there for Valpo right now. Second free throw. Missed them both. Oh, my goodness. Here comes SIU, trailing by 6. Haynes to the rack. Got it. 67, 64, 63. It's a 4-point game, and Whitaker was fouled as they inbounded it. 10.3 left. Wow, wow, wow. It's a 4-point lead, and even with 2 makes here, it's still a 2-possession game. But Whitaker with 10.3 left, and that's the guy they want at the line right now. He's 7 of 7. Whitaker, free throw, on its way, is in. It's a 5-point game. Whitaker calmly walks back to that brown charity stripe line. 10.3 seconds left. Whitaker eyes up his second. Rimmed it in. And a sub here, it's Servillas. He'll come in for McNair. Shove offense for defense here for Valpo. SIU's got to go the length of the floor. They trail by 6. 10.3 to go in the game. Haynes, he's got it with 9. Midcourt stripe with 8. Near arc with 6. Finds Picard, high post with 4. Up with his right hand, too strong. Rebound Pettigrew, and that's going to do it. With 1 second left, that ends the game. 69-63 is the final score. Scott Nagy has a quick word with Max Picard at the end as Scott Nagy shakes the hand of Roger Powell. Valpo makes it 4 in a row here inside the arc. As they've won back-to-back games, they improved to 4-5 in Valley play. Saluki's skid continues. 4 losses in a row. They are now 2-7 in the Missouri Valley Conference. We'll be back at the IBEW Local 702 postgame show. After this is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
SIU Credit Union knows what it means to be a part of a team. Whether you're on the field or in the stands, community is what it's all about. They're not just here for your financial needs, they're here to give back, because people helping people is at the heart of everything they do. You can join SIU-CU if you live or work in one of the lower 24 counties in southern Illinois. That's right, if you're a Saluki fan, you can be a part of their team too. Learn more at SIUCU.org. SIU Credit Union, your financial home team. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
When you have a fully connected life and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the internet connection you need. Get 1 gig internet with no data caps, Eero Wi-Fi, equipment and security, plus a 2-year price lock. Visit extreme.com for details.
This holiday season, switch to Mediacom and unwrap a 5G phone on us. Get 2 unlimited mobile lines for the price of 1 and enjoy extra savings on a new internet package. Call 844-4FASTER for details.
This is Steve Huggard, Business Manager of IBEW Local 702. Our members are active in communities throughout the 3-state area. From community food drives to helping build youth centers and hundreds of projects that give a hand to our neighbors in need. Our members buy homes, shop locally, and pay taxes, adding to the strength of our local economy. At IBEW Local 702, our job is to improve the lives of our members and families as they work to build a brighter future for our region and our country.
We all like new stuff. A new car, a new house, even a new big screen TV. The looks, smell, and feel of something new. If you love new, then you'll love Newbie's Pizza in Carbondale. That's why they handcraft each order to your specific detail and desire. Think about Newbie's Pizza at 830 East Walnut Street in Carbondale. Visit NEWBYSPIZZA.com. Newbie's Pizza, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
No one should have to pay for the damages that result from a personal injury caused by someone else. The partners of Sam C. Mitchell Law, Lance Brown, and Matthew Caraway fight for Southern Illinoisans because they are Southern Illinoisans. For decades, the firm has proven to be a trusted, experienced, and dedicated partner in helping bring justice and personal service to the victims of negligence and intentional wrongdoing. Let the attorneys of Sam C. Mitchell fight for you. For more information, visit scmitchell.com.
Ever seen a Saluki climb a roof? Well, neither have we. But at SI Roofing and Siding, we work just as fast, just as sleek, and just as reliable. From roofing to gutters and premium steel board and batten siding, our team makes your home look sharp and stay strong. Based right here in Marion, we're BBB A+ rated and proud to serve Southern Illinois. Don't settle for rough results. Call SI Roofing and Siding today at 618-971-1457 or visit siroofing.net. SI Roofing and Siding, built to run with the big dogs.
Saluki Basketball has been brought to you by SIU Credit Union, helping our members by providing more services, fewer fees, and better rates. Stop by a branch today. Welcome to the IBEW Local 702 postgame show. IBEW Local 702. 4,000 men and women proud to support the Salukis.
This is the IBEW Local 702 post-game show. 69-63 is the final score. Valpo knocks off the Southern Illinois Salukis. It was a really tough first half where Valpo went on a 20-0 run and never really looked back, but give credit to SIU. They were able to cut it late to single digits, but just not enough for SIU to overcome a really, really slow start tonight here in the frigid cold of the region here in Northwest Indiana. We'll take a timeout. We'll have our Marion Toyota Saluki Player of the Game, which is Prince of League Bank, and as well as the head coach, Scott Nagy. His comments brought to you by CMC Mitchell and Associates. We'll be back with more. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Growing up in Southern Illinois, you learn the importance of helping others. I'm Caden Hawkins, and it's one of the reasons that I'm proud to represent this region as a member of SIU's Saluki men's basketball team. It's also why I'm glad to be a Banterra customer, because they support our communities. Plus, I can open my account online, and with their Saluki Visa debit card, I know my purchases contribute to SIU scholarships and athletics. That was an easy win for me. Banterra Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
Saluki fans, accuracy and timing matter on the court, and they matter in surgery too. At SIH, our surgeons use advanced robotic-assisted technology for more precision, smaller incisions, and faster recovery, so you can get back to cheering on your Salukis. Trust the team that treats every procedure like a game-winning play. SIH, advancing care because it's personal. Learn more at sih.net/robotics.
This is Steve Huggart, Business Manager of IBEW Local 702. Our members are active in communities throughout the three-state area. From community food drives to helping build youth centers and hundreds of projects that give a hand to our neighbors in need, our members buy homes, shop locally, and pay taxes, adding to the strength of our local economy. At IBEW Local 702, our job is to improve the lives of our members and families as they work to build a brighter future for our region and our country.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold, so you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So, crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Tim Gould Farms in Henry County. He trusts Illinois Farm Bureau to have his back, and so can you.
Farm Bureau has a very large impact on local communities and on the state level. There's different avenues of communications, such as Farm Week, Ag Safety, Ag in the Classroom, scholarship programs. Between an off-the-farm job, the farm, and family, my life without Farm Bureau would feel as though I'm on my own.
The Illinois Farm Bureau Advantage. Impactful advocacy, trusted information, and meaningful developments.
Anyone can slap a logo on a shirt, but your branded apparel isn't just merchandise. It's your reputation walking around town, your team's identity, and your company's handshake before you even say hello. At Silkworm, we understand that when you put your name on something, it better be perfect. Because at the end of the day, we're not just printing shirts, we're protecting what you've built. And that deserves more than an algorithm and a prayer. Silkworm, quality orders, on time, delivered with awesome customer service. The human way.
Head coach Scott Nagy is making his way up here to join us here post-game as the Salukis fall here tonight, 69-63, as Coach will pop on the headset here right behind us. Get his comments brought to you by CMC Mitchell and Associates. Coach, let's just start off, obviously, with the frustrations of the first half, just in preparation of the game. And how surprising was that of a start for you in terms of preparation of the game?
Obviously very surprising. Yeah. But, I've coached long enough to know not to ask the question why. Because I've seen teams that look like they're super ready, and for whatever reason they're not. And I've seen teams that I've been so concerned about their preparation, and they look great. And so, I just go back to, not, our players legitimately not asking why, but what. What can I do? We had too many guys hiding in the first half. That was one of the big things we talked about, was that we can't have people hiding. And for whatever reason we do. And so, as a coach, I'm trying to figure that out and get guys to play with courage. But we're so discouraged now that we have guys hiding. And that's the battle that we're fighting, and we'll get it figured out. I know we're going to get it turned. I believe that. There's a difference between knowing and believing. You and I talked about that, and I believe we're going to get it turned. And I'm not really interested in what anybody else thinks. But I love these guys. They're hurting. I don't feel sorry for them. I'm sorry that they're going through some of this, because it's very painful for them. And people say, well, then change it. Anybody that says that's not been through something like this, where they just don't feel very good about themselves. And, so we've got to be able to show them where they had great effort, and whether they were successful or not with the effort, that they should feel good about that. And, where they didn't have good effort and they could have been successful, but they shouldn't feel good about that. Those are the things we've got to hold them to, the standard of effort and execution is what we're looking for. And so it's a struggle right now. Like, we're not very good offensively. It's just layups and but obviously, like, you love the effort the guys gave in the second half, but you go, where is that in the first half? And again, just to go, why did that happen? I don't know. We have continually worked and tried to figure out, what will flip the guys and those kind of things. And so that just has to be, as a coaching staff, what we're looking at. But, we certainly have a challenge in front of us in terms of getting our guys confident. And how do you do that? Which comes first? Well, you've got to play well to have confidence, in my opinion. You can't just show up and just have confidence. And they're beat down. They are beat down. And, we'll go into Evansville on Sunday, and Evansville will look at us like, here's our chance to get well. And so, like, between now and then, we've got to get with our guys and help them work through that. I'm not interested, again, I just said before, I'm not interested in feeling sorry for myself or feeling sorry for the play. No, that doesn't do anybody any good. It hurts me to look at these guys and see the pain in their eyes. I've been through this before. Not very many times in my career, but I have been through it, and I've learned from it, and I'm just trying to learn from it now. I really am. I'm trying to learn the lessons that God has for me in this dry. Well, it's a dry season. There isn't any question about it, and so it's going to turn. I know it is, and it's going to turn this year. I believe that. And I don't want to just blow smoke at people and say that. I believe that, and I believe that about this team. I would say one of the things is playing, with a freshman point guard. We talked about those last 4 minutes. We took a bad shot when the game was tight. All the things we would talk about, and this is what, it's even written up on the board, the last 4 minutes. What are we looking for? Great shots, no turnovers, no bad fouls. And so we take a tough shot, and that's just, like, you can't just control all that, and those are the things you have to learn from. And then we go down and we have a bad foul, and that was really the chance for us probably to get back in the game at that moment, because they were in the double bonus, and all we had to do was really go after them and get to the free throw line. Now, we did that late, but then it was too late. Again, we just got to go back and keep learning. That's all there is to it. And you know, we really got to, you know, we've got to do a good job of helping these guys. You know, I don't know how else to say it, but not allow them to feel sorry for themselves.
Coach, this game was really decided. The middle point of that first half with McNair and Barnes got themselves going. Two guys coming in this game averaged less than 9 points combined. What adjustment did you? What led to their 23 points in that first half, and what adjustments you guys make on them, because they got 2 in the second half?
Well, you know, we talked about McNair. I mean, McNair made 2 threes coming into this game. He was 2 for 7. He only attempted, you know, but what happened was his first one was just a complete bust on our part, and he's just standing wide open in the corner there in front of our bench after a score. We scored, and he's just standing there wide open. He shot it, and it wasn't even like that. It looked to me like it wasn't even high enough to go through, and it went through. And you know how it is, yep. Rod. I mean, Rodney, that even an average player, when he sees a ball go in, starts to feel a little bit better about himself, and that's why I never want guys on the free throw line. I don't want them to see the ball go in. But he did, and then he didn't even have to look to rim for some reason, and so he got it going, and most of them were just defensive busts. Like we were a mess defensively in the first half. We really were, and I told the guys at that time, like, you know, they're shooting 50% from the floor, 50 from 3. Doesn't matter what we do offensively, and we were, you know, this is as bad offensively as I've had a team. It won't matter how good we are offensively. If we don't do a better job in the second half defensively, you will not get back in this game. And we did. You know, the kids played hard. They were much better in that respect. But, you know, some of it's obviously too little, too late.
You knew they were going to be physical, and they didn't disappoint you, man. You didn't overblow that when you were talking to the guys this morning.
No, they beat us up in the first half.
How much did their defense affect your offense?
Well, you saw in the second half we really got active. We had so much better pace to our offense. They had to switch their defenses in the second half because we were chewing them up. Because we started to play with some urgency, and it's like, you know, how do we get that to start the game? Because to run our very first play of the game, it looked like we were playing 5-on-0, and it was just there was just no pace to it, no purpose to it, and you know. How do I explain that? I can't. I wish I could. I wish I could go, that's why. But, you know, I know after coaching this many years, sometimes you just can't explain those things.
Coach, before we let you go, I know it's kind of a day-by-day process when you're playing these many games and getting guys back. Where you feel Calron and Isaiah are both going to know being without.
I honestly have no idea. I really don't. And so, you know, I don't spend much time asking Riley about it. The guys that we have available are the guys that I'm coaching, and I really don't know. You know, I just see, you know, I see him move around, and you know, my anticipation is that it's going to be a while. So, you know, the way I look at it is it's getting other people ready as we get into later in the season. You know, we have guys that are getting more minutes that are going to play like starters. That you know, a kid like Jalen, who's, you know, gaining a bunch of confidence and learning on the run, and you know, getting a lot of minutes. This is going to help us down the road.
Coach, appreciate the time. Thank
you.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay. Once again, that was head coach Scott Nagy. Join us. His comments are brought to you by CMC Mitchell & Associates. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll be joined by Prince Aligbe, who's our Marion Toyota player of the game. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Right now, the doors are closed, but springtime is just around the corner when Giant City Lodge reopens for the season Friday, February 6th. February 6th, you can once again bring family and friends and enjoy true homestyle cooking and hospitality at its best. Let your friends at Giant City Lodge serve your next meeting or special event in an atmosphere found nowhere else in Southern Illinois. Giant City Lodge, reopening Friday, February 6th. Longtime proud supporters of the Salukis. Go Dogs!
Conveniently located in the heart of Southern Illinois lies Rend Lake Golf Resort, the region's only 27-hole public golf course with 5 sets of tees, expansive greens, driving range, and on-site PGA instruction. Rend Lake Golf Resort is perfect for golfers of all skill levels. Looking for stay-and-play packages? Check out Rend Lake Golf Resort's on-site lodging, condos, and cabins. After your round, relax with friends and family and enjoy a meal on-site at Seasons Restaurant. To learn more, visit us at RendLakeGolfResort.com. Rend Lake Golf Resort, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
Ever seen a Saluki climb a roof? Well, neither have we. But at SI Roofing and Siding, we work just as fast, just as sleek, and just as reliable. From roofing to gutters and premium steel board and batten siding, our team makes your home look sharp and stay strong. Based right here in Marion, we're BBB A+ rated and proud to serve Southern Illinois. Don't settle for rough results. Call SI Roofing and Siding today at 618-971-1457 or visit siroofing.net. SI Roofing and Siding, built to run with the big dogs.
SIU has rare dual recognition, one of only 21 universities out of nearly 4,000 nationwide honored by the Carnegie Classification. We are a Research One university, driving innovation and discovery. We are also an opportunity university, opening doors and helping all students succeed. Less than 1% of universities hold both honors, and SIU is the only one serving a rural region. That makes Salukis unique, a community defined by excellence, access, and opportunity. Support the research that changes lives and the scholarships that expand access. Visit siuf.org/give.
No one should have to pay for the damages that result from a personal injury caused by someone else. The partners of SAMC Mitchell Law, Lance Brown, and Matthew Caraway fight for Southern Illinoisans because they are Southern Illinoisans. For decades, the firm has proven to be a trusted, experienced, and dedicated partner in helping bring justice and personal service to the victims of negligence and intentional wrongdoing. Let the attorneys of SAMC Mitchell fight for you. For more information, visit scmitchell.com.
We are back with our Marion Toyota Player of the Game. Marion Toyota, where you always get our best price. Right up front, Marion Toyota, best price, best place. A better way to buy a car. Prince of League Bay is our Marion Toyota Player of the Game. And he joins us here post-game. By the way, those loud bangs you hear in the background of the chairs, there are no gunshots going on. But it's the yearly tradition here at Valpo. They can't wait till the radio crews are done and make loud noises. But anyways, Prince, obviously, tough one here tonight. I think it's only fair to start with arguably the worst half you guys have played this year. Coach Nagy said it was a surprise. He didn't feel it coming. For you as someone who was on the floor and was a part of it, what was most frustrating for you from a player's perspective? Yeah, I'm just gonna run that for you.
Appreciate that. I would say definitely how flat we came out. You know, I think we came in very lackadaisical, you know, thinking that it would be a game that builds up, you know, and we didn't throw a punch first, you know, we were just kind of throwing little jabs here and there. And, again, it showed. They had a guy, I think his name is Justice McNair, credit to him, he got hot. But at the same time, they played, you know, solid defense, and they were physical, you know, whether it being on the catch, on rebounds, on drives, they were physical from the jump. So being a part of it and seeing it, you know, it definitely hurt, you know, because we've had similar games, but like you said, that was probably the worst half we've had this season. So it's tough to say that.
Something I was really hard for me to say in our podcast this week is only 3 guys had offensive rebounds in the last game. In this game, 6 different players on your team, on this Saluki team, got offensive rebounds. Is that something you guys collectively talked about as a team in the locker room? That's an area where you've got to be good together?
1,000%. I mean, if you take it back to last game, I didn't have any offensive rebounds. And, you know, being a guy that I know what I do best is rebounding, and I know that's one of my major jobs here. I knew for a fact that resonated with me, and I wanted to change it this game. And I felt like guys did too, you know. But, again, physicality is not just rebounding. You know, it's other facets too. But that was one thing we did become mindful of coming into this one. So,
being a fourth-year guy, if you were to look back at yourself as a freshman versus where you are today, how have you grown as a player? Now, this it's a hard question to ask in a game where we just, you know, have a a tough ball game. But
yes.
Where do you see yourself as you're standing here post game saying, this is where I've really grown, and this is, you mentioned rebounding, is something you do best. What is an area where you say, man, this is the best thing I do?
The best thing I do, again, rebounding. I feel I've grown also in defense, just switchability, versatility, guarding, 1 through 4. Sometimes when I'm at the 5, 1 through 5. So I feel like those are two things, and that's something I felt like, I've shown at times since I've been here, but also I haven't, and I feel like that's also what I've learned is accountability and self-awareness in 4 years. The fact that I'm able to say that is because, again, it's like you won't get anywhere if you're not honest and know what you do best. And I know those are two things I do pretty well. So,
Prince, when you go back to game one between these two teams, believe and look, the obvious thing is Q not being here and not being in the game. Q traveling with the team, and Isaiah not playing either.
Yeah.
So it shifts around of who's starting and who's coming from your bench.
Exactly.
But the bench was so good early on this year in the non-conference. They were plus 45 guys off the bench in that game. Tonight, I think it was 33-2 was the bench points in the first half. Even though guys' roles are a little bit switched here with some of the injuries, how do you get guys some confidence in that bench as one of the leaders on this team? Because there's a lot there that just unfortunately hasn't shown us consistently here over the last couple of games.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that question. Benches is very important, especially in this January, February, and then once you get to March and late March, because obviously guys scout, the starters, go-to guys, guys that are role players in the starting group, whatever the case may be, but those guys that come in know what they're supposed to do best and bring that, at a high level, that's what really helps the better teams win. And I feel like with us, again, it's just I feel like at times guys got complacent, and guys kind of come into a game with different mentalities. Just not consistent in mentalities, what I'll say. And for someone like me to help with that, I feel like it's more of my voice and my actions. I'll give you an example. Like, let's say Jalen or Rollins is having a bad game. They might go quiet. Start thinking to themselves, trying to figure it out. They're young. They should. But a guy like me, like you said, been here around 4 years, I can't go quiet regardless of how I'm playing. And what I mean by that is that even guys on the bench, like I still have to push them, and ask them for more because we need more. We're always going to need more. We're always going to need a standard from them, and they need to hold themselves to a standard too. And that's not just me, again, just talking about them. It's us too as starters, understanding what we do best and holding ourselves to a standard as much as we can through all the games we play in this final stretch. So that really answers it.
You're done with long practices. Those are over, right? I mean, it's in. You've been, again, fourth-year guy. You understand how this works going down the stretch. So the fix-it doesn't come with lots of repetition.
No.
What's really important in your next practice? Probably tomorrow off, I'm guessing, probably your mandatory day off.
Yeah.
You've got Friday, Saturday. You got a little bit of a weird weather thing, but that doesn't matter. You'll get to Evansville.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys fix it on short amount of reps to really get this thing to where it's got to be coming down the stretch in the second half of this season?
Mm-hmm. I think it really comes down to three things. First one being, guys watching film. I think that's the first thing. Like you said, we have an off day tomorrow. Guys should still be in the gym working on whatever they needed to work on. But watch film on areas you can improve on, including myself. I feel like the second thing then is, take accountability as to, like, what you bring to the table, and be mindful of that. Ask yourself certain questions, That's something, I'll be honest with you, I feel like I had to do that last game, compared to Belmont. Credit to them. Again, they're a great team, but they came in 1 through 14, ready to play. And that wasn't the case with us last game, and it's kind of showing. We have some guys that's ready, some guys that's not. So it's just like you got to ask yourself certain questions, like what you're trying to provide for this team and what do you want to get out of this. And then lastly is then take every rep serious, once it comes down to practice. Like whether it's on defense, whether it's us practicing calls, whether it's us practicing situations when it's the last 4 minutes of the game and you're down 8 to 10 points, like what you should do, what you shouldn't do, shot selection, like take those reps really serious, because if you're not going full speed, then it's going to show. And I feel like it showed in the first half. Like if you watch our pace when we kind of ran things offensively, it was really slow, and the defense could read that. It's like, oh, I know they're going to set this down. I know they're going to come off this back screen, you know. But once we came out a little bit with some energy in the second half, you know, started doing what we're supposed to do at a standard that we know we're supposed to be at, it kind of turned around, you know, started to make a little run, a little push. So I feel like those three things answer your question pretty well.
Prince, appreciate the time, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Prince.
Once again, that was Prince Aligbe. He was our Marion Toyota player of the game. 69-63 is the final score. Valpo wins it. Paxton Guy with a scoreboard update when we come back. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Ulico Inc., a labor-owned insurance and investment company, is pleased to announce its support of the Egyptian Building and Construction Trades Council at Southern Illinois. Our personal insurance marketplace, Ulico Select, offers insurance products that protect and empower union workers and their families. Our values define us. Wherever union workers work, Ulico Select is on the job. It's for us, all of us. Check us out at ullicoselect.com.
When you have a fully connected life and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the internet connection you need. Get 1 gig internet with no data caps, Eero Wi-Fi, equipment and security, plus a 2-year price lock. Visit extreme.com for details.
This holiday season, switch to MediaCom and unwrap a 5G phone on us. Get 2 unlimited mobile lines